Hello, friends. We're playing some more gosh dang Ace Attorney.
What?
What? And I forgot to update the title. Well, it's fine. It's still the same name, so it's fine. But you know, it's
No,
fine.
it got updated, I'm sure.
The professor. Wah! It's actually perfect for Halloween that we're getting to this part in October.
Wow.
I feel like this is the most like ooh horror game vibes that this game gets to, you know, with all the creepy wax figures and like sort of like ominous music that it starts using around this point.
And Van Zix is there.
And then Six is there. We got to see his vampire den, and also all of the fucking horror references that Ryu has been making. This, mwah. Oh yeah. Before we get too excited, I just want to say I have a little special teaser announcement thing coming out later after this stream on Twitter. Ooh. So maybe go look at that later when we finish here. Might be something exciting, you know, if you can guess what it is. I've been really excited to actually announce it, so look out for that. But yeah, I'm here today with Argo, and Tippy should be joining us in a bit.
No, literally now.
You're here! Oh, good. Oh yeah, you pinged me. Sorry, I saw that like a second too late. Because like there was another ping as well, so the timing was just.
We missed the occasion when Teppy could just freaking pretend to be Argo.
Yeah. You're here.
And Mina stopped.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I just had to say goodbye to the V-Stars chat in Discord. Because someone was talking to me and being very nice, so I was like, oh my god, if I just ghost them, that would be very... that would be mean.
Halloween.
Anyway, we just saw a scene at the... How far... Did you finish the game yet, Tippy?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
I did finish the game.
Yes, so last time the part that we saw was Baroque coming to talk in the to Albert in the prison. That's why the screen here is the prison. So we're gonna start at the scene right after that. So it's time for the trial, I'm pretty sure.
Fun.
Yeah, here we go. Also, my friends, I have tea today because the roof of my mouth is being very fucky. So if I sound a little weird, it's because my tongue is hurting me.
What kind of tea?
It's peach flavored.
Ooh, good stuff.
Oh yeah, it is. It's the what is it called?
Juice.
Seasonal something. It's like a huge brand.
I like ginger peach. It's good for like pain.
Oh yeah, I haven't found a ginger peach yet. Okay, let's go. 23rd of October, 8:52 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. I can't believe it's been 6 months since I was last allowed to work in court. And here I am, back at the Old Bailey.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Good morning, Professor Hairbrain.
I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. The atmospheric pressure in here is off the charts. I've never felt anything like it. It's crushing me.
Yeah, that's due to your good buddy Van Seeks over there.
Yeah.
I feel it every time I'm here, that gravity.
Well, this is Britain's highest court. But are you telling me it's fitted with some kind of device that can actually control air pressure?
Sure, its name is Ominous Presence.
Yeah. His name is Boot and Wine. Wait, what?
Wait, what? I think it's probably all in mine.
Ah, yes, well, you won't let me down, will you, Mr. Naruhodo?
No. No.
Hopefully not.
Sweating.
I'm counting on you in today's trial to save my life! To save the secret of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine from being made public!
I think it's a scam here, Brain. Just like...
No.
Yes, I understand. I know what I have to do. What? I was working with a notorious criminal scam artist? No! Yes,
Why
I
would
understand.
you ever think that?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean?
I know what I have to do. I have to establish that the explosion 2 days ago was nothing more than an unfortunate accident.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, really. Justice will prevail.
I think this... Is this... I think... Is this Susie?
Sholmes.
Is it Sholmes?
I think
Doesn't
it's
he call us
Sholmes.
Master Naruhodo? Or Mr. Naruhodo?
I mean,
Okay, let's see
He
if it's...
did call us Mr. Naruto.
I didn't take note of the sounds. Let's say it's
if
Sholmes.
it was Esquire, then it will be clear.
Yeah. But okay, let's just say it's Sholmes. We'll see who was...
My commiseration, Mr. Naruhodo. You appear to have been lumbered with a most tiresome case here.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Aza!
Mr. Sholmes, I didn't expect to see you here. When is Susie coming back? Give me her back.
Where's the girl? Where's best girl?
Can you please take her? She's been killing me this entire playthrough.
And you have PvP of her, so...
That was very mean, Runo. Leaving me alone at home with Hurley.
Yeah, you get it.
I'm still trying to find it. So bear
Just
with me.
the highest you can go. Like I'll even take Susato when she's back. Like I cannot with Iris.
Oh my gosh! I just tried to do the highest pitch I could, but the microphone couldn't even pick it up.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It took me at least an hour to wake him.
No.
What was that?
What that is? That's
Is it? Are you?
that's
that was Iris,
that's
yes.
Argo's soundboard.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh! I love it.
Yeah, he has Klee sounds on it. But the thing that annoys it is that those are also my alert sounds. So he tricks me sometimes.
I was like, is that like a Twitch alert or is?
Yeah, it's my Twitch alerts. Yes.
Sherlock Holmes!
No.
Indeed, sir. I am he. Sherlock Holmes! Oh, I've heard all about your exploits, even whilst living in Germany.
Ah, yes. Rand's magazine is on sale in Germany, too.
The month's installment was sublime. Your deduction in the adventure of Silver Blaze was wonderful.
I think I'm just gonna put the T here and just hope I don't bonk it.
You will bonk it.
I will bonk it.
Ah, yes, a memorable case indeed. It's concerned a snake, I seem to
Why is it
recall.
always the snakes with you? Why do you hate them so much?
They are useless creatures.
No, that was the speckled band.
She is so offended that he cannot remember his own cases.
Why would he need to?
Well, thank
They
you
are
for coming.
down.
For your freaking cases for you. You can't even remember them.
That's why she writes about them.
I do appreciate your support. Actually, can you go home, please? I feel like you're
I
just
do
gonna
not have
bring
to go
trouble.
home. I'm sorry to disappoint you, my dear fellow, but I'm afraid I can't stay.
He needs to make money. Oh. Because he's poor.
I have urgent business at Madame Tuspel's.
Yep.
You mean your waxwork job?
No, the waxwork was abduction, of course. Madame has engaged my services.
Oh yeah, the professor was stolen. Oops. And
From
almost an arm.
university.
The professor and almost an arm.
Yep.
Ah, so you're trying to get to the bottom of that ransom note, are you?
The week's wages depend on it, and thus the safe return of the waxwork, naturally.
I knew it. He's poor.
As such, I intend to give it my undivided attention.
So I can get my money. I mean, I'm poor too, so I get it, but...
Oh.
Well, never mind then. I understand.
Of course, with my skills of observation and reasoning, resolving the matter will be as easy as provable pie.
Sure.
I shall return forthwith.
Goodbye.
For until I solve the case, I shall have no money to afford a pie of any description.
Ooh, then you must absolutely give it your full attention, Hurley.
I was over here like, I'm hungry.
I want pie.
Oh, Hurley, I'm
Quite,
so
Iris,
hungry.
quite. Life is
wait,
filled with irony, you know?
Didn't she do that when he was at the museum?
Yeah, she did that already.
She was like,
Yep.
oh, I'm so hungry. Yeah.
Whenever I give something of my full attention, I have a quite insatiable desire for a pie. One of the universe's intractable mysteries, you might say.
Fucking sure.
Oh yes, quite, definitely, absolutely, I totally understand.
No, you don't. Is someone a little starstruck?
No, absolutely not, not ever. I wish you the very best of luck, Professor Hairbrain. Oh, why, thank you. Before I depart, Mr. Naruhodo, a word in your ear, if you please.
What's this about?
Closer. Closer.
Yes.
As you have remarkably little grounding in science, I feel I ought to inform you. As compelling as the super high voltage instantaneous kinesis hypothesis may be, a practical implementation was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition is quite impossible.
Yeah.
Yoinks.
Yeah. But the professor said the demonstration was a success.
Yes, it would appear that he fervently believes it was.
I read Professor Bunnybrain's paper about it too, Runo, and I have to say, I'm sure it can't be done. It could barely be done theoretically, let alone practically.
So he's completely barking up the wrong tree. But how could an experiment like that how could an experiment that had no possibility of succeeding in fact succeed? That's contradictory.
And it's that contradiction that will be at the heart of the trial. I have no doubt.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone just like stop staring angrily at us.
No, never.
Or
Oh.
seriously
No,
at
I
us.
must hurry along. I wish you the best of luck, my dear fellow.
I sort of got Serious Iris is like the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Right.
Serious Iris is like,
See you later, Hurley.
I ffeel like to get like higher up, it still like goes automatically to try to do British, but it's probably the worst British accent ever.
unacceptable!
I didn't even do any because I just know I couldn't. I can't. Like,
Well, it looks like you're on your own today, Runo. But chin up, you can do it.
oh, what about you, Iris?
I stand alone.
I'm
again.
Irising.
No, I'm afraid I can't help. I have something I need to do.
I'm gonna go
Is it
steal
fine?
government secrets. I see.
I need to call
Tiny
Vicky.
girls make the best spies.
It's going to be a big surprise for you when you come find out what it is.
Oh, gee. Ugh. Sounds ominous. I'm gonna die today.
Doesn't want to defend! And to defend it! What is about to be in session? Make your way to the courtroom at once!
We're on our way. Sorry, that's a
Wow.
little joke we've been running.
Yeah, that's
An experiment that the laws of science say can't possibly succeed. And a scientist who's convinced that it did. That's the riddle you have to unlock here, Ryunosuke. That's the key to this case. Dun dun dun! Trial time, trial time. Okay, let's see the jury. 25th of October, 9:10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Wait,
it's actually you and you.
wait, that's the... Wasn't, wait. Hello, Cadelli! Welcome to the stream.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are sitting today for the public trial of the Professor Albert Hairbrain. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. I object. The prosecution is ready.
Why does he do this?
All right, court adjourned.
The defense is ready, my lord. Wait, why is,
Skedaddle.
I'm 6 months out of practice. And what's more...
No! The force goes on Suzette.
The ghost of Susato passed. I'm without Susato-san today. No, Susato! I'm sorry. Is it just my imagination, or does the air in here feel even more oppressive than usual?
So
Today Venseeks has not had his anti-anger therapy, so
I would do agree to eat some sandwich before
He's
the start.
absolute. Oh, not a turkey sandwich, mayhap.
No. Mr. Naruhodo, do you have any sandwiches?
No.
What do you mean you don't have?
Where?
Go get some!
Where did my? Oh my god! Where did my list go? Oh my god! My desk is a
You do not have the list. You have no list, and you cannot count how many times Van Zix throws his shit around.
I cannot believe I cannot find it. Where the hell did it go? Not there.
It's probably lost.
No! Is it... Yeah, I found it!
Are you sure it's the list, not the grocery list?
Yes, I checked. Next up is finding my pen.
If it say Ost, it's grocery list.
I don't buy cheese. That
I don't know about that.
I bought it like once in the past few months.
You still have it?
No. I don't. Why would I have the Ost? Please. My god. And this is why
What are you doing, Mr. Naruhodo? Skedaddle, come on!
No, I'm trying to find my pen!
There is no time, Mr. Van Zix, is this normal? I think this is the first time I see him alone there.
Are you
Yes, he seems to be
filibustering?
lost. He seems to be really lost. My Nipponese friend, are you okay?
I got a new pen. It's not really a pen, it's more like
That's
a...
amazing.
That has no relevance to this case.
Objection!
It's all the relevant.
Hold it! Hold the pen!
Holding the... Wait, I know where my pen is.
Shall show you the bottom
I'm
of
gonna
my
go get my
Wellington.
pen!
The council seems not to be ready.
Spence,
That means
are you
he lied.
filibustering?
It was exactly where I thought it was.
I must say, it took quite a long time for you to find this pen. I recollect the victim of this case too well, Mr. Oli Asman. Mr. Asman was well known as a financier. But that was merely a front for his diverse criminal activities.
Oh wow. Sounds like a great guy! Amazing.
Yeah.
Yay! Woo! There we go. Just need to get back in my
The
chair.
man's fate was decided the moment his parents named him this way.
Mm.
It was only a month ago that the man appeared in court prosecuted by you, Lord Van Zix, and then you killed the man! But the jury anonymously found him not guilty.
That sounds like a scam! Definitely sounds like a scam. Because every member of the jury had been bribed by the sound of it. Right! These powerful London criminals are prepared to go to extreme lengths to keep their freedom.
But 2 days ago, on 21st October, Mr. Asman met his end.
Nice.
The work of the Reaper, was it?
Well,
Are you the Reaper, Mr. Van Zix? No.
no. Not me.
If that is how your lordship would describe divine retribution. The fact remains that Mr. Asman's death was a direct result of the actions of the accused, Professor Hairbrain. Very well then. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people.
Sure.
Are the 6 of you ready to fulfill your societal duty?
Okay, that's a new guy. I guess you take this one.
Wow,
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln hat. I don't know, he just gives such Lincoln vibes.
He
The
does!
blonde Lincoln, yeah. The British Lincoln. I'm most gratified to have been selected to carry out this important civic duty, my lord.
I guess you'll take her, Hippie.
Okay. To have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly. It sends shivers down my spine. Oh my gosh, Dracula.
Is he more like a Dracula or more like a Houdini
He has
type?
Batman cards! He has Batman cards!
I think he just has bat cards.
Yeah, and to anyone who knows, Zach,
I guess I'll take this guy, whatever. Science experiments, magic, conjuring tricks, courtroom trials. Oh, nothing more than performances.
any spirit scholar that defies the reputation of science deserves to hang.
Let me do child.
Sure, do try.
We have to listen to what's said on both sides of the fence, and then settle on one. That's it, isn't it?
Wow.
Dang. That is...
What?
Isn't that the guy from the museum?
No,
And he's
relaxed.
asleep?
He's asleep.
What the gun down, sir!
I feel like that's him. Wasn't like this in my day. Wasn't like this at all. That's...
Me too.
That's... The police killer otter mole lookalike. Again? It looks nothing like him! Oh my god.
What are the chances?
And he's as
Bloody
exhausted as
odds.
ever, it seems.
I don't know, he
No.
looked like Makarov from Fairy Tale to me.
Like, good to give a sleepy guy a gun. Sounds very safe.
Yeah.
No, as soon as I'm sure you're all aware, the incident we are here to judge today tragically took place at the Great Exhibition, shortly after its opening. Though the death toll could have been far worse, with the explosion of the victim, no one was killed. Exception. Explosion of
The
the
explosion of the victim.
That's perfect.
He just spontaneously combusted.
Hey, Runa, I found this steampunk weapon. Do you want to see?
Hey, can I show you this crossbow?
Uh-huh. Oh, he looks like such a good guy.
Yes.
Way gooder than this one.
He looks like he wants to sell you something.
Nothing beats this guy in terms of looking unassuming, though.
Yes.
He just has all the shadows on his face.
And here we have Bob.
Yeah. Hello, Bob.
Good guy.
His name is Bob. Yeah, his
Did
name
you
is
know
Bob.
Good guy Bob.
Because, like-
Everybody loves Bob.
Strongheart was like Mazik's apprentice, okay, but you do not talk with
I
him,
love
you will
that
not speak, you
episode.
cannot see his face, you cannot do anything. It's what's his
And you
name?
don't know his accent. So what's his name then? He's like
Bob?
My apprentice Mai. That's his name.
Nevertheless, the dream of the science being exhibited rapidly turned into nightmare for the spectators. A tragic turn of events, and as such, the eyes of the London, no, the whole world will be on this trial. It is our duty to reach a swift and just conclusion, I feel.
Oh dear.
Smash.
Can we not start
So-
out with swift? Like it's like, oh, it definitely needs to be quick. That's more important.
Your opening statement. At the heart of this incident is technology never before demonstrated anywhere in the world.
Do you think Van Seeks in his own way is trying to like protect Albert's invention?
One of science's
I mean,
latest developments, I
They're
take it.
friends.
Exactly. And honestly, from his personality, probably his only friend at this time.
I was about to say he doesn't have many.
I mean,
The
I think
government is
I
key.
think Herlock wants to be his friend, but he won't really let anyone in.
I mean, he calls Van Zeeks Mr. Reaper, and I guess that even though he's assumed the persona, it's just like.
No, but
man, I
like
really don't
to
want to
me,
call
to
that.
me, I just find the dynamic so fucking hilarious. He like Herlock comes
Yes.
into the courtroom and he's like, "Oh yeah, Mr. Reaper, we have like a past." He's like, flips hair, you know, like really shady.
And then he just stands there silently, like, I don't want to remember.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my god, he's back." Why do they allow him into courtrooms? Sorry.
He's keen to capitalize on great exhibition to improve Britain's technological advantage. Technology being demonstrated by the accused was described as super high voltage instantaneous kinesis. Good lord! What does it mean?
It's designed to disassemble human subjects using extremely high voltage electricity. I'm telling you, that would just electrocute someone! Like, what
Mina got the big brain.
I'm sorry.
It really would.
It really would. And beam them instantly to another location where they are subsequently reassembled.
Is such a thing even within the realm of possibility?
Like, even if you could disintegrate a human down to the electron level, how would you put it all back together again? Do you have atom glue? No? Okay.
Actually, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, I don't believe it, that's for sure.
Fair.
Assembling people with electricity? My goodness, how shocking! Literally.
Literally. Ha! The whole idea is absurd. The hypothesis would never stand up to scrutiny. Sir, I believe you are a fellow of the Royal Society, are you not? An expert in your field. I am, and my word on the matter can be considered final. Instantaneous kinesis is a poppycock.
Fair. So this expert and Mr. Sholmes are in agreement. It's impossible. Probably is. So the question is, what the hell did the machine do then?
What does the prosecution do on the matter? I mean, Mina, it exploded.
Well, yeah, but he still disappeared, right? So how?
Prosecution on the third. The explosion hit.
I see. So he was... But wait, wouldn't people have seen that?
I don't
Like
know.
if the cage was just flung up in the air?
It's still fallen from the high ground, so...
I don't know.
That the accused instantaneous kinesis demonstration was a success.
Yo, who
Yeah,
said
okay.
what?
So we need
Huh?
to counter this. Okay.
Also Van Ziek's theme. Yes.
What?
What a rot!
Huh?
Order! Order!
But it's a good theme.
The professor hypothesis is currently under investigation by the British government. If it is deemed to have merit, a substantial research grant will be made available. The accused made use of the invention built on his new hypothesis to take Mr. Asman's life.
Dude! Is he not your friend? What? Okay.
In order to be sole
Hello.
benefactor of the grant.
Damn, dude. But...
No buts.
But...
This disastrous demonstration was no accident. Pointing. It was
Point.
carefully designed from the outset. End of life of the victim.
Pointy point.
Thank you, Lord Von Zix. The prosecution's stance is clear. But you will now bring forth witnesses to substantiate your claims. Whatever. Gladly, my lord.
Okay.
Yeet!
Cloak is off! I repeat, the cloak is off!
Bailiff, show the first witnesses to the stand.
He puts it on just so he can take it off.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's so extra.
Yes. He's
Also,
such a
Bailey,
drama.
take it back.
Oh, great.
Fuck.
Time to talk to yourself.
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court.
He's really just gonna be talking
Oh,
about himself.
yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard's Homicide Division.
I thought you said defective.
Defective.
I am a defective right now. I do not want to be here.
I'm a
I was on duty. I was
defector.
on...
Inspector. That sounds good.
It was truly a poppycock. I was on duty at the demonstration of the day in question and in charge of the following investigation. Hey, Albert Hellbrain, the scientist! You were born in England but have been carrying out research in Germany in recent years. Correct.
Who drew this dick butt?
Yes, that's right. A graduating from university here in Britain, trying to work in Germany, and an amazing discovery. Which is what brought me back. I had to demonstrate my incredible hypothesis at the Great Exhibition. Oh yeah, what you demonstrated was incredible, alright. An incredible explosion.
Kaboom!
But the science was a success. The instantaneous kinesis worked.
X.
Everyone saw it. They must have done. Yes, there was a terrible accident, but the demonstration was of my hypothesis was a success.
Just saying. X. Oh, great.
Well, that much is undeniable, as shown in this photograph taken by the forensic investigations team.
Shows that guy. That's for sure.
Look at this guy.
That's a dead guy.
Super dead.
But this was taken inside the crystal tower, I take it.
I will say he seems to have died from acute knife poisoning and not explosions.
Oh, that's a big.
Acute knife poisoning. Wow.
Yep. And when you get shot, it's lead poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
The centerpiece of the exhibition, no less. That's right, my lord. Seems the victim ran straight into it.
But that makes no sense. Wasn't he just supposed to be if he teleported there, why would the glass break?
I see. Because the Mina.
No.
Teleportation broke the glass.
I see.
Grass! Oh no, not the grass!
Where did the grass come from?
Where did the grass come from, Tobias? I don't know. I see. Very well. Submit the photograph as evidence.
Okay.
Give me.
Hand it over, grab your hands.
As the court heard, the victim of the incident was armband.
That definitely looks like.
Yeah, a salt stain.
That looks like blood.
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean,
blood-
The
What's
world's
the pin?
greatest detective. That's me.
yeah. I mean, okay.
Okay, but listen, at least
So
he's
are they
safe.
saying
He's-
that he went to like the machine or something and then just like stabbed him and then he let him be transported or something?
No, it's impossible. Look at him. He was safely strapped into the device, so...
Of course.
He followed all the necessary safety precautions.
Yes, how could he
Exactly.
be dead? So they're saying
how
he
could
did
he
like
be
a whoop
dead?
from up there and then
It was-
bang into the tower. Okay.
We need
Okay,
to blame the seatbelt company.
Yeet!
Yeet.
Mr. Oriasman. There have been a number of allegations against the man, but putting them aside for the time being, it was the man who financed the research for the experiment and demonstration itself. I see. So to surmise the situation, the defendant is accused of taking the life of the man who founded his work. Would that be correct? Exactly.
But couldn't it be that the explosion was caused by some malfunction in the apparatus used for the demonstration?
That's right, that must be it. My splendid machine. My poor splendid machine. You saw it yesterday, didn't you? We can't even examine the wreckage thanks to the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act.
That doesn't make him happy. The Ingy.
What? The wreckage? The wreckage?
Yes!
That thing with
blew
things.
up,
How can
dude.
the facts be established?
Seriously. God!
How can it possibly be determined whether this was an accident or a deliberate and malicious act? Extremely simply, my lord. I beg your pardon? Isn't that right, witness? What? Sorry? Me? No,
Else.
your neighbor. But I don't have a neighbor. Yes,
Oh,
sir,
this
it
could
was
be
a
a
murder,
long
plain and
day.
simple. Anyone could say that with complete certainty.
Really? What? How can you possibly... Do you have eyes?
What are those? Thank you, Inspector. I think we had better proceed to formal testimony.
Oh my god.
I said proceed. You will explain to the court on what grounds you claim the experiment to have been front for murder.
Oh, thank god.
You got to gameplay.
A front for a murder.
The cars that went crashing through the crystal tower had a broken neck.
Yeah, okay, makes sense if he fell into the tower. Like, as he would have had to crash through it, right? So there's probably quite a bit of distance until he reached the floor. So, that makes sense.
I made a minor miscalculation in the angle of the beam projection, that's all. It was my mistake. But the post-mortem examination revealed another injury,
There's a fly.
a fatal wound.
No, I can't catch it.
There was a lesion in his chest where that's clearly been stabbed by something sharp right in the heart.
No. No, I can't catch the fly. They're fast. The
So
bastard.
the victim was killed before he went anywhere. And this fella, the only one who could have done it.
Okay.
Ugh.
Hmm.
My toupee is skewed because of this testimony. An extraordinary business.
His wig just.
Eh? In addition to suffering a broken neck, the victim was stabbed in the heart? What are the odds?
Information I would really like to have heard from someone other than the judge.
The coroner said death would have been instant from a wound like that.
I see.
You could say, in fact, that the victim was killed twice by the accused.
Oh my god, are we back to that fucking Conan episode? The man
Oh
who-
my gosh, yes, the
remember
man
him?
who was murdered twice. No, 3 times.
3 times! There were 3 times,
Yeah.
yes.
The
No,
man murdered 3 times. Oh, that was such
No.
a good
That's
No,
not
it was
true.
good,
it
but
was
stupid.
actually a triple murder. That was actually a
Yeah.
suicide.
I don't know, I just really like the
triple
concept
murder,
of
but it was
like...
a suicide.
Of like,
Yes.
instead of like having no one to suspect, you just have 3 people who just straight up confess to a murder. The same murder. And like the mystery of finding out which one of them it actually was. That was a lot of fun.
No, that couldn't be further from the truth.
And then who stabbed him, genius?
I heard the experimental plan document that was submitted to security team. I drew it myself. The victim stood himself inside something called the bird cage, ready to be beamed instantly. The second level of the Crystal Tower, about 25 yards away.
Okay, that was the plan then.
The experiment did not go according to plan, however. As the machine was put into operation, there was a large explosion.
Okay.
The blast caused the beam transmitter to point higher than intended. Also, like, I would need like 2 minutes in a second.
Yeah. Huh.
Accordingly, the kinesis resulted in the biscuit materializing in mid-air.
Right on top of that balloon. How convenient.
No, from where it subsequently fell, crashing through the glass
That's
of the
not-
Crystal Tower large round window.
I mean, you can just go. if
My
you need to
word.
go.
I just want to go to the cross-examination so I
Okay.
can like you can buy time.
Okay.
One assumes the victim's neck was broken upon impact with the tower. Then, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. The machine was just too powerful. Like honestly, really, I swear, it was just an accident, a terrible accident. Unfortunately, that excuse can't save you.
Dang.
My Nipponish friends, though, can. No, not considering the sharp murder weapon that pierced the victim's heart. And who's to blame? You give science a bad name. Murder weapon? What are you saying? This is the autopsy report submitted by the coroner.
Oh, thanks.
It's updated, especially for you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thank you.
Dated it!
The prosecution would like it to enter the
Updated
court
autopsy
record.
report. Okay.
That reminds me of the moment. Yeah, we will go there. Your request is granted, counsel. Rubble.
Just update it for us.
Yes. I was there in person, you know?
I just
So the
received
whole-
the updated autopsy report. Yes!
Yeah? Woo!
ludicrous performance. And the only other person on the stage with Mr. Asman was this disgraceful excuse for a scientist.
It really
really, by all accounts, it must have been him.
Hard to take otherwise. Really. Very well, counsel for the defense. Proceed with the cross-examination, please.
I see. So now, no. Oh, yes, my lord. I need to focus here. Fuck!
Okay,
It's been a while.
I need to bring some more refreshment than I expected.
Yeah. I should probably also get some water, but... Eh. Oh, gee. So what are we up to? Today.
I don't know.
Because I can't press anything before
Oh.
before he's back. Maybe I should just go get a drink real quick.
Oh wow, it's just gonna be me and Stream?
Stream? I mean, I could just switch it over for a sec. Just let me do that. Be right back in like a minute. Alright, there we go.
I greatly underestimated how much I will speak to myself.
Yeah. Alright. Oh. Wait, did I do something? No, okay, that does not do anything to my stream. Woo. At least I don't think so.
Uh-huh.
Don't mind me.
Mata!
Where?
Are you suggesting that because you fell that's because you fell from a considerable height?
Exactly, which highlights something else about the whole rum business.
What's that?
The fact that the instantaneous kinesis itself was a success.
Ah!
After the explosion, the cage with the feline size suddenly appeared out of nowhere in midair. So although the experiment ended in disaster, the so-called instantaneous kinesis did actually occur. Remind us, Professor, what was the cause of the fatal disaster?
So the angle of projection is critical, is it? And you calculated it yourself, personally?
Absolutely, the calculation is far too complicated for anyone but me to carry out.
So we're just pointing the thing in a direction. I'm sorry.
I'm going to ask you to do something.
Okay.
After you press any Gregson thing, right?
Hmm?
Try to point at her brain to say something.
Okay.
Only, you got it wrong, didn't you? Hmm. Yes, that's right! That's the point! The calculation is so complicated, even I can make a mistake.
Do people fall for that brazen confidence? I should try it.
I took into account the subject's height and weight, the wind direction, the ambient temperature. I considered every possible variable, so I just don't understand how this could have happened.
Obviously, then, you had to include the weight of the clothes Mr. Athman was wearing at the time, I suppose.
Ah. Crackling comets! The answer should have been 3!
So much for safety first. The 3 must be for safety third. That's a good one.
No,
So I just press any statement.
Like when you press Gregson statement, try to push a hairbrain
Okay, so
after.
do like
yes,
this.
yes.
Another fatal injury, you say? That doesn't make any sense.
So now just
I didn't
press.
think I have to spell this out, but here we go. Now you can, go to hairbrain and just
Okay.
Oh,
Where's the hairbrain? I'm hiding something from the court!
It's fur!
What?
oh.
Ah!
What was that?
I was calculating the naturalization coefficient of electrical charge required for electrolysis of human subject. I have to keep the result a secret at all costs, you see. That's why I ate the paper I did my working on. Now I've completely forgotten the number. And hear me, I'm a scatterbrain sometimes.
Well, moments before you ate the paper, you did yell out the number 4.
No! You know it? You know my secret coefficient! Oh dear, oh no, this is bad. Oh my goodness.
Perhaps you could just focus on the testimony?
There's actually unique animation that only appears when you press
Okay. Well, we'll have to press.
yeah.
Okay, we had this one, another fatal injury, you say? Doesn't make any sense.
I read that. Just because there was 2 fatal wounds doesn't mean I'm saying the victim had 2 lives to lose, does it?
2, right?
Obviously, at first, we found a blow. A tire of the spine of snapping her half as well.
But you're saying that's not the case?
You'll get your answer once I finish my fish and chips! If you don't keep butting in every 3 seconds.
Maybe you shouldn't be
They're
eating, but we all know that's a bottomless bag.
Yeah.
When will you finish,
Yeah.
though? When will you
The
finish?
victim plummeted 30 feet into the glass tower. It would be unreasonable to assume that as the cause of death.
He bonked.
Right, that's what we all thought, but it was a red herring, wasn't it? Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Mata! The defense knew
The
nothing
defense-
of this crucial information. Why are you...
Uh,
Why are you
Because I'm
talking?
voicing everyone!
Ew,
It's so
really?
freaking easy to forget I'm actually not voicing someone.
Yeah. The defense knew nothing of this
Because you're
crucial
voicing
information.
everyone.
The prosecution received this report from the forensic investigation team only this morning.
Well, let's look at it. Uli Yasmin. Ah! Okay, Corvinius Scythe. That's... What a nice name for a coroner.
Cor-
Nationality British.
British?
Yeah. Time of death 22 period. Cause of death hemorrhage of a wound to the chest that pierced the heart, inflicted by a sharp implement. Additional observations: a broken vertebra, most likely resulting from impact after a sudden fall from a considerable height. Okay. Cool.
That was the first we knew of it as well. I can only apologize for the impossibility of informing the defense. Hee hee, haha.
Aw. Sarcastic and insincere? Thanks. Wow.
I'm
You
really
are-
troubled by it.
You are so sweet, Vinci. Like, wow. I have
Stare.
no idea why you fell out with your friends. So, what was the nature of this sharp object?
among the accused tools that were in use at the demonstration. One is of particular interest.
Ah!
This.
Yes. Ah!
Ah, yes, that would appear to be some kind of screwdriver, wouldn't it? Counts. There he is! My trusty little companion, Andrew!
It's Andrew!
Andrew!
It's Andrew!
Can you cross-examine Andrew?
Of course.
Can you cross-examine Andrew?
Please.
Your Honor, I'd like to bring the screwdriver to the stand.
Do you know each other already? He's one of my dear friends, like all my tools.
That's hilarious.
I've named them all, you know. We're one big happy family.
Same.
Andrew is my flathead screwdriver, of course. His brother Michael is a crosshead.
Michael and Andrew.
Well, it would appear that your beloved Andrew has a red stain on his shank.
Oh dear.
Don't touch his shank!
He didn't consent to that! That isn't...
Oh.
It's blood. Beyond all reasonable doubt.
No! What?
I'm a vampire. I know blood when I see it.
He's dancing.
That's not all.
He's dancing.
Long sharp of Andrew fellow is completely consistent with the victim's wound. What?
I mean, from the way he just said, did he lose it, maybe? I don't know.
Order! Order!
Or dour?
The court will enter this friend of the defendant as evidence.
Yay!
The fact that it doesn't say Andrew instead of screwdriver is saddening.
Yeah.
It has a name.
He's named Andrew.
I wonder why. Do you think Michael is actually M?
This is blood, Mr. Esmond's, no doubt. Just the problem with looking at murder weapons. It's like they have blood. I've seen this unusually shaped handle before. It's the same screwdriver that was lodged in the grill on the floor of the kinesis machine. Which could be important information, so I should definitely make a note of it. Cool. Cool. We should have examined this already, but...
And you actually didn't examine the mechanical thing.
Yeah. It looks like layers of thick canvas with thick rubber lining of sorts. I've never seen anything like it before, but applying Mr. Sholmes' method, you might deduce it was part of a raincoat worn by someone who really, really didn't want to get wet. And the charring must have occurred when the person was struck by lightning!
Good deduction, Rue!
Or maybe not. It's definitely a Herlock level deduction right there.
Herlock, what are you teaching him?
Alright. Where do you examine it? I'm trying. Oh, there. Trying to figure out where to examine it. Ah! There's some sort of lever here. Ah! Crossbow. What the?
Crossbow.
What is this? Crossbow pog! It looks like a cross between a bow and a gun. I mean, actually, you want to know what's funny about this?
You did it.
You want to know what's funny about it?
Huh.
That's actually what they call it in Japanese, I'm pretty sure. A crossbow is called a bow
cross
gun.
between a bow and a gun?
Yeah. No, it's called a bow gun.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know, yeah, right? It's so funny. Yeah. Bow gun.
Wait.
Like a modern crossbow is called a bow gun.
Like, it makes sense, like, as an example, like Monster Hunter, because it was originally Japanese, like, the weapon is bowgun, not crossbow.
Yeah. Because, it does seem that there are...
Bowgun.
Yeah, that there are different, words, depending on... Because, kurosubo is also one that you use. That is true, like, just the loan word from English.
It's true.
Yeah. But at the same time, if you want to mention, like, because there are also, you know, there are these crossbows, but there are also the ones that are, like, giant contraptions. You know, basically, like, the huge, like, slingshot cannons and shit. They have another name in Japanese, so...
Eaters.
Yeah. Like catapults, essentially. Like, a big version of this that are operated by more people is essentially classified, I think, as a catapult at that point. Depending on its size. I just find it funny that he says that in English. I think it's probably used for the same thing, too. Crossbow. Yeah. But yeah, I just find it interesting. Wait, could I examine it more? I didn't check. Is there anything interesting on it? Doesn't look like it. Can you see anything? I can't. This grove here must be where the arrows were loaded, I suppose. So it's right, it's a sort of bow with an automatic firing mechanism. This would be perfect for someone like me, who catches his ear with the bowstring 2 times out of 3. Ah, I can see that. In fact, if I'd had one of these, maybe I could have beaten Kazuma in Kudo archery training. Nah, you know you can't do that. He's too perfect. Just like you wind this around in order to draw the bowstring back and create tension. You must be able to fire arrows with a huge amount of force using this device then. In fact, I would imagine it's far more accurate and powerful than a Japanese longbow. Ugh, I really had no idea what I was picking up when I spotted this at the exhibition grounds. Well, you have a penchant.
Ah, what's this?
You have a penchant for picking up weapons, so what's new?
It's a twig.
Ooh, a gun!
Pew,
Ooh,
pew.
a gun! So one of Professor Harebrain's tools is the murder weapon. Great! That bodes so well for this entire thing. What grounds do you have for saying that?
Ha, do you really need to ask? There are only 2 people in that public experimentation stage in front of the whole crowd. The victim, Mr. Odie Asman, and the accused, Professor Harebrain.
I see. Eh.
And you know for certain that before the experiment the victim was alive. That's right, I saw him with my own eyes. Furthermore, following the explosion and the kinesis, nobody went anywhere near the body. In other words, only someone else on stage with the victim could possibly have done it.
You got something to say to that, Albert?
He definitely do. Professor Harebrain, do you have some information that may be relevant here? Professor!
Wow. Ah, sorry.
Jesus, dude. You're
No, I'm not Jesus, I'm Albert. I just calculated the optimum coefficient of electrolysis to separate molecules in the human body.
At the witness stand, and the witness stand is the best place for that? I'm not so sure about that.
Sweats, Inaru. Oh.
It seems as though you might have something to say about Inspector Gregson's last remark.
Yes, that's right, of course.
Can you please enlighten us?
I love that Gregson's on face.
Yeah, he doesn't even flinch.
He just said that nobody else could have done it, didn't he? Yeah, that's right. Who else could have stabbed the victim, eh? I don't know, but there's no way that I could possibly have stabbed Mr. Asman, as you say. Yeah?
Explain, please, Professor. God damn it.
Of course, this cold-hearted policeman might not be aware, I suppose.
Oh wow, you really gotta stick it to him like that.
Yeah, but humans are warm-blooded mammals, with blood running continuously through their veins. Uh-huh. I had heard. And surely you see. I thought something the size of Andrew into the man's chest. The whole stage would have blood bath. No, a blood swimming pool.
That is actually a fair point. Ah,
But thousands of Londoners were watching at me at the time. And And yet none, not one of them claims to have seen a swimming pool of blood. Well, no, I suppose not. You see? Not one! Oh. Why juror number 4? Why can't the other one? Sure, I didn't see anything like that.
I'm sorry. He was a witness. Well done, Professor. That was a great counter-argument.
Rubble.
Rubble.
Order! Order!
Order in my quarter. Okay. So he's going. He's going for getting drunk.
Pray forgive the discourtesy if I savor a drop from my hallowed chalice to accompany my old friends at the scene.
Why do you react to this after this time? God damn it. Here goes.
Here's to you, Albert.
And then he throws it.
Oh, you're too kind, Barack. But I'm really not a patch to you.
There it is.
No, you're not.
Oh.
By the way, I'm keeping a tally of how much he does that.
How is your tally so far?
10, 20, 36. No? Okay.
You've neglected to mention one crucial possibility. I have? A particular situation in which very little bleeding would result from a stab wound. Ah, of course! Inspector, enlighten the court, please. Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Where are they going with this? Oh my god.
Very well. You were amend your formal testimony. Oh my god, Mr. Inspector Gregson.
I'm Argo 19 and I never learned how to read.
Come on!
Sorry. What would you think that, Inspector?
In any wound, it's only when you pull the weapon out that profuse bleeding occurs. Right, it's still lodged in the body. It acts as a stopper of sorts, if you want a better word.
I see.
Don't need a medical degree to be aware of this fact. It's common knowledge for any investigator. Wow.
Well, thank you.
What a callback, right?
Yeah. Where's the citizen when you need her? I swear to God, she's gonna like show up dramatically.
If you ask me, this bloke must what he was doing from the view with his body before stabbing Aspen in the chest.
And she's like, settle on the case! You know? That's gonna be her.
Then he beamed the victim of the stage with his fancy device. The screwdriver was still where he planted. I would never do such a thing! Not to my precious tools! I would never use them for such dirty work! You only use tools for the intent purpose. That's common knowledge for any scientist.
Huh.
The fact remains the lack of blood at the scene can easily be explained, as the prosecution has demonstrated.
Rip. Rip Albie.
You called him Albie.
Yes. That's because it's
Not
I'll be
Benji.
your guide.
So that's all the testimony I have to work with. I had no idea the victim had been stabbed. That changes everything. Literally everything has changed, my dudes.
Actually, nothing changed.
Did Van Six keep that to himself until now on purpose to gain an advantage? Who knows? Oh well. I suppose all I could do is press these witnesses for as much information as possible. I literally just did that. I literally just did that. Like, are you... That makes me mad. Okay. Well, now we actually gotta use our brains here. Broken neck. Not that.
Squeeze!
I don't know.
Like, crashed.
Wait, does this have something to do with this goddamn thing? No. Not this.
His lesion in his chest, he'd clearly been stabbed by something sharp through the heart.
And who's to blame?
Was stabbed with must have been left in his body whilst it was beamed through the air.
But why, wait, why, but why did this picture not show that then? Where is it then? Wait, no, the screwdriver! That's what we're gonna present, right? Because that it was left in the grill of the base, right? So that means it didn't transport with him, right?
That makes sense.
Because I can't think of anything. What else it could be? What do you think?
Okay, so
Yes.
the fact is, we found it on a machine, right? Not on the other side.
Yeah. So he could not have taken that with him. Like this statement makes no sense, considering where we found the screwdriver. Like, right? I think it's this.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Igiari.
I was not going to help you because it's time for me to actually not speak.
Ah. You say that while the weapon remains in the body, there's very little bleeding. Is that unequivocal?
Look, there was no blood on the experimentation stage, even though that was where the fellow was stabbed. The only explanation for that is if the screwdriver was still in his body, stopping any heavy bleeding. It's a common medical knowledge, my learned friend, even on your side of the world.
Well, then I have a dedication. You are sus! Yes, what about the screwdriver? The thing is, we actually saw it at the scene ourselves, on the experimentation stage. See where we're going with this, Van Six? Yeah, we got you.
What?
I know.
I know, we got you. Don't you love it? It was on the floor by the wreckage of the machine, poking through the metal grill. I went to pick it up, but the detective here defective. No, I'm saying it. Detective here stopped me.
Oh, man.
Beg your pardon?
Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson?
Ah, well, now you've come to mention it, yes.
Sounded pretty sus, Greg Z.
Inspector, are we to understand that you permitted the defense counsel to investigate? Did you do an autopsy? That you contravened the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act?
Well, yes.
Eh? No! I wouldn't do that.
Never.
It was very clear he wasn't to touch anything. I just let him look, nothing more.
Yes, that's true. The screwdriver was in plain sight on the stage. But it shouldn't have been, should it?
What are you getting at?
If this tool had still been in the victim's body when the victim was beamed away by the machine, then it shouldn't have still been on the stage.
Ah!
That's right. It should have been beamed across the Crystal Tower along with Mr. Asman. And been found still lodged in the victim's chest.
Ooh.
Ah! Order! Order! How do you explain this, Inspector? I don't...
You don't what?
Yeah. It looks as though everything that the victim had on his person moved with him when he was beamed. If the screwdriver was still in his chest when the instantaneous kinesis occurred, obviously that should have been beamed to the destination as well.
You...
This is a strange situation. Even though people are saying that this instantaneous kinesis is a scientific impossibility, we're still basing arguments on the assumption that it did actually take place. Which is sus at best.
Yeah.
Alright, time to tighten the screws here. Ha ha ha! That's funny. Ha 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 ha. Are you gonna use Andrew?
Funny joke, Ryu. Funny joke.
You're gonna use Andrew.
Your Honor, I would like to summon the screwdriver. You what?
You what, man? You what? You what? My lord! Screwdriver! If the prosecution is unable to explain this inconsistency
Bring up
in
the
its
parrot, Your
argument,
Honor.
we can only conclude that the testimony given in support cannot be relied upon. Vince is stumped. Ha! God damn it.
That was so high pitched.
He's gonna incriminate himself.
You have
He's
something
writing
to
in his
say,
death
witness?
note.
He's taking notes! Someone stop him!
Yes, I knew it. It bears out. The question hold. Mr. Naruhodo, don't worry.
I'm very worried.
About?
I don't know.
About what? Exactly.
Without delving into details, there is no inconsistency.
What? Huh? What? Oh god.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, he's incriminating himself. What? Oh god, this is bad. This is so bad. This is bad. Oh my god.
Even if Andrew had been lodged in Mr. Asman's chest, my trust still wouldn't have moved. Andrew remaining on stage is consistent with my calculations.
Great! What? I cannot. Yeah! Yeah, no, you know what? I'll give you this one.
It would seem your illusions have been shattered. Clearly, we should hear the accused explanation. Or should I sell this brilliant scientist explanation?
He's so annoying. Just when I found an inconsistency in the prosecution's argument. Albert! Scientists. Nothing more, just scientists. Under his breath.
Very well. The defendant will testify again.
He just has flashbacks to every single day he spent with Herlock. Scientists. Scientists.
Provide us with the scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency asserted by the defense fails to hold. In the name of Apollo, I will bring justice.
No, he hasn't been born
Yeah.
yet. You can't swear.
Good
You can't swear to a guy
job,
that wasn't born
Argo.
yet.
What? Gotcha.
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 But he doesn't play gotcha.
Oh.
What does he say in Japanese then?
I don't know. I have not played the Japanese
That's
version
so
of Apollo
gotcha.
Justice. Something else, definitely. But that's all I can say.
To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data in my research. A hypothesis states the kinesis cannot transport metal though, hence the metal weapon would have stayed put.
Wait, what? Wait, but... No, this is wood, okay. But what about this button? Or the monocle? Would he not have lost his button in his glasses? If that was the case. Because I can see there's, like, deliberately no wood, but, like, how does that... Like, buttons are made of metal, usually. Especially for fancy shit like this. And, like, that is definitely metal. But that's...
So metal.
Yeah. That's bullshit!
So metal. In other words, the point is just raised by Mr. Naruhodo isn't an inconsistency at all. If
This is giving me stress!
Mr. Asmo was the patron of my research. Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. Now I have duty to protect the incredible machine that we built together.
Oh my god. This whole situation is such a mess! Stress dew noises. Stress dew noises. Hi, Arson! Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're sadly talking about screwdrivers and not arson.
So the thrust of your testimony, Professor, is that based upon his hypothesis, metal objects cannot be moved by this method of instantaneous kinesis.
Interesting.
In other words, since the screwdriver is made of metal, even if it remained lodged in the victim's chest, its subsequently discovered on the stage, despite the victim being found elsewhere, is not an inconsistency. And therefore... Professor Albert Hairbrain could still have been the killer.
Oh my god.
Huh. My great hypothesis holds, you see.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Dude.
We had to make the cage used to contain the subjects from the wood for that very reason. I was not addressing you, witness.
Professor Hairbrain.
Yes?
Why are you like this? Whose side are you on here? The side of science?
I don't take side, Mr. Naruhodo. No. My only interest lies in upholding my hypothesis. I'm a scientist after all.
Great. Lovely, beautiful. Just what
Sokoda.
Okay, let's go. Is he working for us or against us? It's very hard to tell.
Let's see how you cross-examine this testimony, my Nipponese friend.
Gee, thanks for the confidence.
Yes, fire away, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay. I will.
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
have
yeah.
to take off now, though.
It's okay.
But it was fun being here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bye.
thank you.
See you later.
Have a good rest of stream, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I
Okay,
mean,
it was Sokoda, right?
and yet your retort to my argument wasn't lacking in confidence in any way.
Now scientists can find the truth without first finding self-belief.
I see.
Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Those were the words of a central scientist I hold a very high esteem.
But you realize that disproving my argument puts you in a very precarious position, don't you?
Peculiar.
Precarious.
Now scientists should strive to protect himself more than he strives to protect the truth.
I see.
Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Are words of the same great scientist, you know?
Cool. Words that are causing me a lot of trouble. Who is the scientist?
I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, Mr. Naruhodo.
What?
But as soon as I remember the magnificent genius name, you'll be the first to know.
He actually forgot. Wow. It might be worth keeping the names of your idols to mind.
You're wasting your breath, my learned friend. This scatterbrain even forgets my name at times.
Oh my god! So Lord Vensix really did have a friend once, but I didn't notice hell freezing over. Oh my god! I mean, it should have like clicked when he keeps calling Vensix Barrock. Like, especially considering that most people are on a last name basis here. Like, that should at least indicate that they're somewhat close. Especially a guy like him. Your hypothesis states it, so this isn't proven then.
No, of course not. It's merely a hypothesis, but a good one based upon thousands of calculations.
Sure.
But it's widely known that metals can be decomposed by electrolysis. Yes, of course, so I am right. My hypothesis is clearly correct.
What is it about incriminating himself that makes this man so happy?
It's the whole reason the beard case is made of wood, you see?
Sorry, the birdcage? Was
Yes,
that?
that's what I call the C. obtusa cage in which Mr. Asman was placed for the kinesis.
Who was that?
What's that? Yes, the jail cell in which the victim was detained. It does indeed seem to be made of a timber of some sort.
I'll thank you not to refer to it as an instrument of incarceration, your lordship.
In short.
I'm not that short.
Any weapon lodged in the victim's window was beamed away by instantaneous kinesis. Would have been left behind on the stage if it was made of metal, correct? Yes, that's it! Yes. It all fits perfectly with the mathematical model.
Doubt.
With the ultimate conclusion then. is that the defendant alone had the opportunity to inflict this fatal injury on the victim, is it not?
Well,
Indeed, sir.
someone beam me out of this nightmare. Oh my god. You are such a
At this
straight man.
moment.
Like, he's such a straight man in his own game. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
He's like, why is all this
It's
strange
funny.
shit happening to me? You seem to be pleased by that.
Yes, another example of my hypothesis holding true. But I sense some sarcasm, Mr. Naruhado. Are you not pleased?
No.
I knew it. At the end of the day, I'm the one responsible for the Mr. Osman losing his life. The advancements of science is no excuse, I know that!
I think we're on two different wavelengths here, but it's fine. No, you're quite right.
Tell the core, did you have a close relationship with Mr. Osman?
I think it's because it's hard for me to like do his name because like I see his last name and I'm like ass man, hehe.
Yeah, I know, it's like... It's impossible not to freaking chuckle.
Yeah, exactly. Like you think I can focus on anything but that? No.
Oh, well, no, not really. I mean, I only met him 2 or 3 times. It's a lot of times, actually. We only ever discussed my hypothesis at the project. And the research grant, of course. The monies.
Monies. Ah!
I've got
I
to
hate when I
have
do
money.
I hate when I do that. I was just trying to get back.
You did that, you did
You
that,
know,
you did.
I was just
Rio,
like
Rio.
checking something on OBS and then like I click out of the window, so I click to get back in the window and then it progresses and I'm just like ah!
You fool!
How did you come to know
Do
Mr.
not click out
Assman
of the window.
in the first place? I was too busy thinking about Assman, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Google, Mina googling ass, man. I even know
is the
now. A
smallest
provincial
science-
science journal published a little paper about my work.
That's
The
a very
little paper is
that's a very
literal.
little paper.
The scientific journal? Good gracious, I should need a new spectacles. I might have an extraordinary hypothesis and great promise, but at the time I had no money.
It is the Science magazine.
Nothing else fitted. I had to eat a tiny little meals at a tiny little cafe and drink water out of a tiny little glass.
Watered down water.
But Mr. Asman read the paper and came to visit me at my tiny little laboratory.
You just go to his house and it's just like one of those model doll houses. And he's just like playing pretend in it. He has like dolls
offered
of
money to
himself
find-
and like
the
Barrock
work.
and stuff. Because he likes to play friends.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. I handled the theoretical side of things, and Mr. Asman provided me with an engineer for practical. And the 3 of us produced the fantastic machine together.
The machine that you brought to the great exhibition to demonstrate.
We had to apply to the government for some sort of inspection to be allowed to exhibit, I think. I didn't understand all the side of things. Mr. Asman took care of it all. He was a wonderful man. Really, I have him everything.
We already know, basically, I think. When you say you built the machine together, does that mean that you were involved in its construction?
Yes! Well, not exactly. I'm not good with the practical side of machines myself. But the physical construction was done by an engineer.
Oh.
Little remains of your creation now. Following the explosion. The power would no doubt be impossible. Yes, I realize that. But still, if someone were to gather all the broken parts, they could discover the secret of my hypothesis. But Mr. Asman and I toiled over that machine for so long, we put our heart and souls into it. I have to protect our work. So what's left of the machine must be kept safe. That's only fair, because what happened was an accident.
God damn it! This is not the time! That's the extent of the testimony done. Thank goodness for that. Don't want him doing any more damage. He's already basically proven that he could have been the culprit. But it seems as though all he really cares about is defending his hypothesis. Still, I wonder. What if his hypothesis is just fundamentally flawed? No! No, yeah, I think it's this one that we present the picture. Because we can agree that he has metal on him, right? Like, at the very least, the glasses. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's metal. Like... Thank God. It's like, Professor Hairbrain, you say that according to your hypothesis, nothing made of metal can be beamed by instantaneous kinesis using the machine you made. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Spot on. Exactly correct.
In that case, I'd ask you to have a look at this photograph that was taken at the scene. In particular, I'd like you to pay attention to the victim's face. He's wearing eyeglasses. You can clearly see that Mr. Assman is wearing a pair of spectacles with a metal rim.
What? Metal? No, metal can. That's not... Ah, metal? No! No!
We've already established that the proposed murder weapon, the screwdriver, was found on the stage. However, your hypothesis correctly predicted that outcome. It should also have predicted that the metal-rimmed spectacles would be found in the same place.
Ah! My hypothesis! My hypothesis!
Professor Hairbrain, this isn't easy for me to say, but your hypothesis is clearly flawed.
Ah!
Hurting his feelings right now. I'm so sorry, man.
Order! 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 Counsel, what's the implication of this?
If, on the day in question, the alleged instantaneous kinesis never actually took place, then it's entirely possible that the victim was killed somewhere other than on the stage. And in that case, someone other than the defendant could have been the culprit.
But my hypothesis! My hypothesis is sound! I proved it that day. The experiment was a success. The experiment was proof of all my work. If I could say something here on my capacity as a fellow of the Royal Society.
Also, now that we're gone, you can just take the policeman guy if he's sleeping anyway, and I'll just take the 2 ones that Teppy had, in case we get back to it.
Yes, juror number 4, go ahead. As a man of science, there is one thing I simply cannot abide. And that's a fraud who pretends to be a fellow man of science. What? Wait! Great Scott! I suggested my science is a suspect. It's just been disproved, hasn't it? In front of all of us.
Ouch. That's an ouchie ouch.
In other words, the whole demonstration was a complete nonsense from start to finish. Believe me, my fellow jurors, when I tell you that this man is a heel, a bounder, and a fraud. I say the wreckage of that machine should be stripped down and thoroughly examined.
Sudden newspaper.
No, never! This machine never sustained my hypothesis! It's protected by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act! What the devil is a blasted alibi, eh? Who made us such a daft throw?
I don't like the way this seems to be going. What's the best way to me to help the professor? Should I object? You always know it's the same answer. I will always object. Professor Hairbrain has yet to perfect his invention. That would seem to be the case, yes. But even so...
Even so, what?
Going to such trouble and expense to create a fake machine to display in public. He would have absolutely no reason to do such a thing.
He had an obvious reason to do exactly that.
Money.
For the research grant money.
I cannot believe he's hanging his friend out to be like this, man. Jesus. Ah! Shit.
If the government was foolish enough to have deemed the man's ridiculous notion possible, he and his conspirators would have received a handsome sum indeed.
I think that perhaps the one behind this is probably Asman.
Conspirators?
I see. What would be the value of such a grant? £10?
You're an order of magnitude out, madam. £500 a year.
Oh, are! You can live handsome on that much for years.
Got them. That I started that on a weird
Yes?
note.
Society noticed an increase in bogus public demonstration in the field of science recently. With plenty of scientists arguing with each other to get the largest slice of the funding cake. People's greed is plenty of motive enough for murder, I assure you. And now I haven't deceived anyone. Least of all, government. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I happen to see sound. The science is sound. Please, you must believe me.
I think the person he deceived the most in this case is himself. Damn. He just stopped the music.
No matter how unbelievable this hypothesis may seem to you, ladies and gentlemen. Laddies.
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 Laddies and gentlemen.
Laddies.
Just a bunch of
Laddies
dudes.
and gents.
Just a bunch of dudes. Lads and gents.
Lads and gents. The fact remains that the victim was transported instantly to the Crystal Tower. Yar.
Like first Londoner and now this.
Which means the experiment was a success. Yeah, Barak. And therefore, Yar, the only person who could possibly have committed this murder is the accused. A vampire pirate. That's a great freaking.
R.
Barak.
A vampire.
Blah.
A vampire.
Blah. Blah. Yar.
R.
R.
Where's this heading? I have no idea.
Being a pirate is all meant to be. My lord, if I may, I want to dance.
Oh, he would.
Yes, Lord von Zix. The prosecution would like to summon a new witness to the stand.
Oh god.
The Blackbeard.
Uh-oh.
New witness? What would be the nature of their involvement? They were spectators of the demonstration and the exhibition, who were occupying special seats.
Eyewitnesses.
I.
Shut the fuck. Oh my god.
Very well. The court grants the prosecution request.
Can you stop?
How can one slip up be so terrible? Like,
I don't know.
just because I said laddies, now is derailing everything.
Yeah.
I should very much like to hear from eyewitness to the incident. The prosecution stance is clear. The experiment was no hostage. The accused killed the financier victim there on the public stage before the very eyes of the spectators.
Oh shit.
Now, my learned friend.
Oh, yes? Since when did you become a pirate, Menzies?
How do you know it was you? I didn't address you. There's only one friend in this courtroom for me. It's time for you to make your own stance clear.
This is his learned friend. That's a different one.
The one of them is Professor.
It's clearly a flaw in the professor's hypothesis. I can definitely see that. But where does that leave me?
On a ship.
Are you taking me with you on your pirate exploits? Thank you.
No, you're alone in the middle of the sea. During which time the prosecution will prepare its new witness to take the stand.
Wait, no! No!
As you wish, my lord. Look at that.
No! I think I know. No.
You
Sorry.
remember?
Yes. I just...
Yeah, okay. You're going to voice.
Tiny one.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Good. In that case, course is adjourned for 20 minutes. Now, chop, I'm going to go.
I forgot! Until this very moment! To be continued. Yeah, we're continuing now, because I'm getting this over with ASAP.
Yeah.
This case is such a fucking roller coaster. Like, I failed to remember anything until like 5 seconds before it happens.
Oh my god, this is brutal.
Yeah. Here we go. Wait,
This is brutal.
okay, let's go. Susato, please come back! I need you!
Anybody come back?
23rd of October, 10:44 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Not you.
Like, you know what's the worst part about this is that many of those voices are low.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. We'll figure something out.
Mr. Naruhada. That's why I went with Hairbrain. I actually went higher than usually because I just like the only time I can
He
actually
does have a
relax
high
my freaking-
voice. He does have a high voice.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I
like,
know.
Iggy Addy!
You know?
Yeti! Sakoda! What on earth are you playing just now? Or rather... What on earth were you playing it all along? Since when Barak is a pirate? My amazing hypothesis. You've been picking holes in it from the start. You're my enemy.
Sorry about that. I'm after the truth.
You wanna fight?
Yes.
You promised me!
I know the sword, baby.
No, you don't.
No, that's right. My
You said
boyfriend
you
does.
proved that... I have a sword, and... You said you proved that explosion was an accident, not murder.
Murder.
You said you kept my precious invitation from falling into anyone else's hands.
Mama, hello! I love you. Hello. Welcome to the stream.
We're killing our voices today, especially me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All it does is try to undermine me. It's not your fault, it just happened.
Yeah. Yes, I did make you a promise. You're right. I said that I'd believe in you and fight for your freedom to the very end. Like, the fact that he and Gregson was understanding at the same time. Like, come on.
that wasn't fair.
Arsene! I just wanted to drop by and say hello. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Hello,
but-
have fun. And I hope when you play the game, I can be there, because I never get tired of playing this game.
I want to be there too.
Yeah,
Like,
we're gonna come to voices for you.
It's like the seventh playthrough I'm doing, or watching, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah, why does it never stop being fun playing Ace Attorney games? I never get tired of them. Except for the last case in Investigations 2, but we don't... No, Investigation 1, not 2.
Oh my god.
That's the only one I hate!
All their rights.
Is it territorial... Okay, sorry.
Well, actually, when I did that, it was outside your room, so it was not under your
So it's
jurisdiction.
on the other... Like, it's literally like you, where you know where you live and work right now. It's like,
Yes,
I'm 1 foot in the other country, so it doesn't count.
Now I'm 55% here and 50.
But I also told you I was no scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. Hypothesis.
Yeah.
The fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there?
But if I just run through some equations, you see, it's because my work is incomplete. I didn't have a dig butt.
Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he?
When do you learn, Mr. Naruhodo, that your actions have consequences? Oh no!
That's sad. He got a new music. Thank you. Thank you. Riveting commentary. Okay.
Like, I actually, speaking about Sandpur, I have an idea if you can actually profile it, because you also use voice mod, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so we can actually, we can try to prep one profile so we actually have the same,
That'd be so much fun.
you know.
I'll try it. For you.
Yeah, because like importing is not bad. We just like need to actually sit down and do it.
Yeah, okay.
You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault. And I have no right to blame you for my failures. I'm a disaster, I'm not just a scientist, but as a human being.
Well, that might be a little over the top.
No, and while we're on the subject, what about Barak? He's being awful.
That's how he's been the whole time I've known him. Don't worry.
He's like Jets and laddies. Who the hell are laddies?
Claiming his old university friend to be a murderer, you mean?
You mean a ladle? He's a disaster. Not just a prosecutor, but a human being. Wait.
I'm not contradicting that one.
He's a ladle. He's not classified as Homo sapiens anymore.
I see.
Persona.
Glad that's cleared up. He's undead now. Okay. Can I double check something with you?
No. What? Yeah. Huh?
The machine and demonstration you were prepared. They were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume. There was no trickery involved.
Trickery? I drew the plans for the machine with my very own hands. Every line was painstakingly drawn, with a firm belief the science is only the future. So yes, it's true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet, but please, Mr. Naruhada, you must believe me in it.
Alright, Professor. I understand.
Counsel, defendant! The prosecution's witnesses are ready to take the stand. What is about to be in session again? Make your way to the courtroom, please!
Thank you. Let's go back. Ugh, let's go back. It all hinges on that demonstration. Wait! If the professor's hypothesis is sound as he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. But on the other hand, Mr. Jones is adamant.
A practical implementation such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition is quite impossible.
I see. So really, what should I be trying to prove here?
What should I prove?
To you. Okay. 24th of October, 11 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Here we go.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceeding of this court. Counsel for the defense and the prosecution, are you ready for the new witnesses to testify? The prosecution is ready, my lord.
As is the defense, my lord.
So, Lord Van Zix, laddie, I believe these next witnesses saw the demonstration of the day in question with their own eyes. Indeed I did, laddie.
Laddie.
And as luck would have had, one of them is police detective. So the
Right.
testimony we're about to hear can be considered highly reliable.
Perfect.
At least I
A
wanted to
detective
say,
of
but
all
then I want...
people. I wonder who that is. We have met
At least
one
that's what I
other
wanted to
detective
tell.
in this case.
Herlock.
Yeah, sure. Because that's the
prosecution
person. That's the
testimony
person
can
Van
change.
Steeks would definitely want on the stage.
Okay, listen. But like, think about it. He called this detective reliable.
Yeah, so it can't be.
But again,
It can't be Herlock.
but it can be the other one too because it says reliable.
Then it's Greggy again. Why wouldn't you just say Greggy then?
I know what you mean, but like, I just like, it ended in tragedy. The demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. Everybody could hear the sound of explosion, right?
Oh, sorry. I hate when I do that.
I
hate when I do that. You're playing Minecraft Pixel on a server where me and my friend started today. He went to sleep while I'm still playing. Ooh, sorry.
Though it ended in tragedy. Oh, sorry, and consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder
Like I had to
was
scroll
the
down.
defense.
I had to scroll down in my Twitch chat, and when I scroll, it automatically goes to the next line.
Is the only other individual to have been present at the stage at the time. The one I'm pointing right now. It was the counsel of the defense.
Dang, I wasn't even there that day.
Do you have an alibi?
Yes.
Oh, no, you have no alibi. Thank you, counsel. The prosecution position is clear. You want to put Mr. Naruhodo in jail! So bring 40 witnesses now.
I'm gonna put you in jail before you can put me in
Bailiff.
jail. Watch me. We started today. I already have. Ooh, cool. I don't know
So do we
anything
say.
about Pokemon, but I'm sure that's very
Pixelmon?
cool.
Yeah. It's like, it's interesting. The witness whose proximity to the incident on the day in question will cry for the truth unequivocally.
That's for sure.
Who said that?
Right. And Gina.
Oh yeah, na ja, Hagen Vault Store.
Okay. Okay, no, but so
Yeah,
what I
good.
wanted to say about the voice here, right? Can you not just assume he's on helium?
Hi. Oh my god, what?
Okay.
He's on helium?
The balloon guy.
The
I
balloon guy?
was gonna take the crying
know.
baby, right?
Okay, sure, let's do it.
Okay.
Witnesses, state your names and occupation for the court to hear. Oh my god. Ah!
I think you can go high with him just for the balloon.
My name is Marcus Allen.
That sounds awful. I hate it. Turn it off. that wasn't good. That was so cursed. On a scale from 1 to cursed, that was a 10. That was so bad. Oh my god.
I am the impresario of all the hot air balloons in the vicinity of the experimental stage.
Why does that have a constant like fairy dust noise when you use that?
I have no idea.
Can you please? Okay.
Come on, do it. Quickly.
Oh god. I have just to give full disclosure, I have not spoken a word of German since 2017.
Wilhelm Grossreich Sigismund Ornstein.
Mein Name ist Wilhelm Gottschalk Sigismund Ormstein, right? Something like that.
Nice.
I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia. I think you're German, but okay.
No, it's Bohemia.
Sure.
Oh, transaction.
I'm very rich. I love it.
What's your characteristic? I'm rich.
I'm rich. I'm rich. Inspector Jean Lestrade, Scotland Yard. I'm a great detective. Even Sherlock Holmes agrees. Sure he does. I was on security duty at the exhibition, and I got to go up in one of them balloons. It was amazing.
Wow.
Gina. Again. She's back. She returns!
Reliable detective.
But she did mention that she'd seen the disaster from up in a balloon, actually, didn't she? And she clearly loved every minute of... Oh yeah! Murder alive! Woo!
Moider.
Murder? Not like that would have traumatized her or anything from last time, but okay.
There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage when the incident occurred. 2 of these witnesses were in one such balloon at the time and saw events unfold from the skies above.
Make it sound like we're clouds.
That sounds like... that sounded a lot like, PLOP.
Oh my god!
It did!
La la la!
No. It did sound a lot like her.
Okay. It made sound like they were in clouds. It was only an altitude of circa 60 feet, very low.
Well, you can't see nothing if you fly too high, can you? 60 feet. About 18 meters, then. If I'm all the way up here, I can't see shit!
Now, you will give your formal testimony to the court.
That was a very cursed evening.
What?
Nothing.
What? Kindly describe exactly what you witnessed, especially those of you who had the vantage point above the stage.
That was all of them.
It was an incident terrible, and I'm grateful that my balloons were not damaged.
There's this huge bang from the stage, and the next second another bang in the sky beside us. And from amidst the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere. That's
The cage fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower.
Are you going Italian with this guy? I can't tell what you're going for.
Comprense.
I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed into the tower. Okay. This is all very weird.
This is the weird, almost extraordinary collective amount, I must say.
Could I just clarify something? There's a detail in the witness's testimony that I've not heard any mention of until now. Specifically, that there were 2 explosions.
More precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places, yes.
Huh.
When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around. Give me the quiver! Okay, yeah, here! There are other balloons in the air nearby at the time, carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Look at this graph. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. The so-called birdcage that contained the victim disappeared from the stage, and a moment later, the second explosion occurred directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witness.
That's literally on top of a random balloon. What's going on?
The birdcage appeared at the site of the explosion. Subsequently, the pummeled down into the crystal tower.
Huh.
Oh,
I was very surprised. Suddenly a cage appeared before my eyes with a person inside.
no, yeah.
The blast was so hot, but I didn't want to miss a thing, so I kept my eyes wide. I'm trying to read it as it's written.
He's there, he's there.
That's the only way I can really do it reliably. I still have lots of money.
I spent money, I still have a lot of money. I'm rich.
I'm rich.
Rich!
I love that this is his entire character. It's so good. He's just like, he sure is very rich.
Okay, but listen, like, if you are like a freaking, how old is he actually?
Oh, I can check. He's probably like 10 or 9.
No, check the court record.
Yeah, I
check
know,
the
but I
court
think
record.
he's like 11.
11. Okay, 11. So yeah, I can imagine that 11-year-olds thinks.
I
Who am I?
love
I'm
that they
rich.
just characterize him as Bohemian Boy because no one wants to say his fucking name.
Yeah, Bohemian Boy. William Gostrich. Sigismund Ornstein. Precisely who is this curious infant?
Who is this sassy lost child?
Yeah, exactly. Just the polite British way.
Yeah. Well, you're pilfering your lines from One Punch Man, bruh.
I'm told he's a young noble of Bohemian royalty.
I see.
Apparently, he's disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed the great exhibition.
Yeah, I am here in London on a sightseeing trip with my elementary school. Yeah.
You'll have to benefit of child's point of view in the testimony.
And my parents are paying me an allowance of $5 million. Don't you use euros? Shh.
Actually, not in that
Do you
time.
really need that?
It's franc.
What? You didn't read it? Sorry.
No. I did.
Okay.
I'm saying it's not euro. It's
Don't they use? Oh yeah, it isn't euro yet.
yeah.
I don't know whatever they had in Germany back then, but
You don't know?
no. I don't know
You
anything
really don't?
about that kind of stuff. I'm not smart.
It was Deutsche Mark.
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 Okay. I do. Okay.
And no, I don't mean like Mark Wahlberg or something. No. It's,
I know. Well, when you say it, I know, but I mean, I don't like know off the top of my head. No.
Niemiecka marka.
Do we really need that? When I remove my mask, this is what I do.
Oh, right. Wait.
How cute.
Wait. So wait. Sorry, I'm going to stop you in Germany, but like, in Danish is Tyskland, right?
It's what?
Tyskland, Germany. Or what is it?
Wait, what are you talking about? What is what?
Germany name.
You, the name
Danish.
of the name of Germany?
In Danish.
Okay, so the name of the country Germany in Danish is what you're saying.
Yes. Yes.
Tyskland.
Yeah.
So it's close to Deutschland. It's in.
Yeah, it is kind of is, but like, but Polish is probably the most unique one.
Mhm.
Because it's Niemcy, but it's from Nieme, which basically means the people we cannot understand.
That's Rich coming
say
from the
that way.
Polish, by the way. That's Rich.
No, actually, it makes sense. Like, listen, like, we have the Slavic language and there's the freaking Germanic
So
one
why
that
isn't
nobody
every
understands.
foreigner just named that?
Okay, but listen, the other foreigners will actually have more similar language than that. The Germans was also like, no, we totally cannot understand you.
That's hilarious. Hilariously sad.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you read
Oh,
that.
yes, I see. A delightful face, I'm sure.
Like just such a cute little... Who's this cute lost child? He's cute now and not annoying. Of course. He's a bit sassy still. Yeah, everybody says so.
Sassy
Great
baka.
disguise then. Sassy baka.
Witaj. The point is the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the fact that for the court.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this graph.
It's very nicely drawn. Why did you draw dick butt on it?
That was not me, actually.
I see. Who drew the dick butt then?
My apprentice.
Why does he draw dick butts on your stuff?
He cannot say! Because he doesn't speak! And his name is Bob!
I see.
Namely, despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinesis was successfully demonstrated. If you're so curious, ask freaking Strongheart, I don't know. And furthermore, that until the arrival of the police, no one approached the crystal tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused, who was with Mr. Asman on the stage, could possibly have committed the murder.
Moider.
It was coldly calculated. Yes, thank you, counsel. The prosecution views on the matter are quite clear.
A moider by numbers, if you will.
So, the defense cross-examination now, please.
Yes, my lord.
Scout.
My lord Scout, yeah. Well, I use this. Even if I did my honor voice, it would just sound the same. Because I tend to
I'm
use my
Ryan.
normal voice for the
Oh my God,
protagonist.
Honor, what are you doing here in this time? Of course you needed to freaking get here. It was the incident terrible. I am only grateful I was not there.
There were 3 balloons flying above the experimentation stage at the time, I understand.
See. All 3 of them, my bellissimi bambini. They're very popular, signor. Some people will pay £10 for one ride.
See? £10?
That's
It's
heavy.
more than my annual stipend. Holy shit. £20 a month. So does my pocket money.
How proud.
Royals have all the
Hey.
luck. No,
Okay.
they just have all the money, you. That's what they have.
This is my social security.
Money. I got up there for free, I did. My deal, I work for Her Majesty's Police Card, you know. Oh, really? Detectives have all the luck! If they're so popular, why would you only be operating such a small number of balloons? Though.
Because if they have too many in the skies, they could crash into each other. The operators for the levels were decided outlets, with each operating in a particular area. See, and the zone above the public experimentation stage is the most profitable. The other impresarios, they hate me. Thank you, witness. I think the court has a clear picture of the operators for balloon rise at the exhibition. Perhaps we could hear more about what you actually witnessed of the incident.
Sure. Right, I can fill you in there, my lord. So you actually saw the accident happen from up in the air? Yep! Isn't it amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you, Otto, being a lawyer is a mug's game. You should join the force and we can go fly together. You know me so well. Yes, well, anyway, could you tell us exactly what you saw, do you think? Everything! We saw everything because we were up above it all. That dodgy cove. Climbing onto that cage. And a dodgy professor pulling all them levers. And that's when it happened. That's when there was that massive bang and the cage disappeared just like that. Kaboom!
You're describing the moment the subject's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe.
I didn't know what to make of it. I thought there was another bang. Right in me ear. I looked around and there was a huge, great fireball next to us in the sky. There was nothing there before. What is it, friend? Master Guts. Does your memory of the day differ? My teacher at elementary school said that when you meet someone for the first time, you should always use their full name. Yes, what was it again?
Bohemian boy.
Wilhelm Gottschalk Sigismund Ormstein. I really want to say von Ormstein, but I don't. Von Ormstein. It just sounds right, but I don't do it. But I want to do it.
It's not Dutch.
Just the 4 names then. I know, but it just sounds right in my head. The point is, do you have something to say?
Nein!
Something to add in response to Detective Gina Lestrad's last remark, perhaps?
Look at this remark.
Oi! Get it right, Otto! It's Inspector Lestrade! No, it's not.
It's right, Gina, it's Naruhodo.
Just accuse, and accuse back and forth. You can never agree on anything. Why does everyone have a problem with how I address them at the moment? God!
It's Peter Van Zix, Mr. Naruhodo.
Shut up.
It's...
That is not what I saw. Oh? Yeah, there was a second explosion, and it was right beside our balloon. That is true. But I'm sure. Which is what I said, innit? 1 minute there was nothing there. The next a massive explosion. My teacher at elementary school sits and when someone else is speaking, if you're rude enough to interrupt, you will have the most awful life imaginable. Are all Bohemians brought up to be so full of joy? Give me more, please.
Honey. Balloon. Transaction.
Thank you.
Happy.
Just before the second explosion happened next to our balloon, I clearly witnessed a green balloon flying into the sky. A green balloon? Eh? You what? I never saw nothing like that. Well, I did. I saw it. Any kid say I didn't. I will complain to the council. I will cry and scream. My testimony is the truth. I am Bohemian Prince. You cannot say it's a lie. That is not allowed.
Not allowed.
Playing the blamed royalty card, are ya? Typical. Says the orphan who likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's police.
In that case, young man, I will ask you to amend your formal testimony. In the interest of cordial national relations between Great Britain and Bohemia.
Sure. Let's go with that. Why the fuck not? green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that? Of course I'm sure. I'm a proud Bohemian prince. All these questions are making me boring. I think you mean bored. Ah, English is very annoying. The language of my countrymen is far superior.
Ragazzo is very wrong to lie.
Ouch. Right in the life points. Lie!
Flying balloons never explode, for the same reason the planets never explode. It's illogical.
Huh? Please tell me that doesn't mean logical. What are you talking? If you insult me, you insult all of Bohemia.
But die.
I will have the army come and shoot all of your stupid balloons out of the sky! All of them! Rip. And yet you hand him more money.
Here you are, your highness.
I see. You caved rather easily. If only all international incidents were so easily resolved. Just give him a little badoobly doo.
Now that peaceful relations have been restored here in the courtroom, perhaps we could return to the testimony. Please.
No.
Did you also see the moment that the cage materialized, Mr. Loon? No, I did not see the explosion myself. However, the cage, it fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower.
Did you see that actually happen?
No, in reality it did not. I saw after it hit the tower. There was a grande confusion around the stage. I wanted to see what had happened. I was terrorized by the idea that one of my balloons had crashed.
I suppose they are his livelihood. Interesting.
So I looked up to the sky. All my precious balloons were still there.
I saw it though. I saw it slam into the tower. After all, I am a detective now. Okay. That's not an argument! And tell us what you saw, Inspector Lestrade. That's what I like to hear. Was it you who gave the order to keep people away? Hey? Here's your head, Otto. How could it have been me? I was up in a balloon, weren't I? Right. Ah, this is stressful.
What?
Just dealing with these three bastards. It's because I weren't available. That's the boss who had to leg it over there. I was getting shoved and kicked all over the panicking spectators as he tried to seal off the scene. It was a real sight to behold, I can tell you. Amazing. Comedy of the year. Glad you enjoyed it. Poor Inspector Gregson. Rip that dude. So anyway, I couldn't see the cage that well because of all the smoke. And I didn't really want to see, to be honest. I was scared out of me wits. Keep it together, Inspector. Goddamn, this entire case is such a mess! The prosecution really is asserting that the demonstration was genuine. what if it was actually some kind of switch around trick instead? That would mean that the victim was never actually on the stage in the first place. The two explosions would have thrown everyone watching into a panic for sure. I think I need to find out more about what exactly people saw at the time. Okay. I feel like I want to present this here. But I just don't know, because would that not make sense? Arson! This is explosions. This. That doesn't. I think it's this one. And then we present him with this. Like, is this?
Okay.
I don't know. What else can you think
can try
of?
it.
Yeah.
I cannot, so...
Oh, okay. That doesn't... No. No.
You're not right.
Is okay, I don't know then. What do you think? Is it like this? I don't know. I really don't know. I think I've pressed this. Yeah, I have. Then I don't know. I'm lost.
Oh.
Yes, we're patching up international relations here.
Again.
Yeah. Okay. Any bright ideas?
What was the second statement again?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
No, that's the video.
There's a huge bang from the stage, and then next second another bang in the sky beside us. And she said she didn't see anything, just an explosion.
Go to the first one again.
That no. Oh, this is where I present the this.
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
Because
I was on the right
actually-
track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Lune, in your testimony, you said that all three of the balloons you had operating at the time were undamaged.
See, that's correct. They had been caught in the explosiones. It would have been terrible.
I wonder if you might know what this is?
Ah, I think it might be. See, part of a balloon. A burnt piece of the fabric of the envelope.
Sorry, the envelope?
Envelope, yes. Pardon. That is the large round part of the balloon which becomes filled with hot air. It is made from very thick fabric lined with rubber. You do not want to rip it when you are in the sky.
Just as I thought. This piece of cloth was found near the experimentation stage. In other words, as Master Guts testified, the green balloon did indeed explode that day.
Eh?
All the balloons in the sky. If all the balloons in the sky above the experimentation stage belong to you, Mr. Lune, then your statement that they were all undamaged clearly contradicts the evidence.
No!
Well, now you ruined his balloon. Jesus.
Balloon exploded that day. Why didn't the man say so?
Maybe everyone who's born was killed.
Oh, how you just spent the whole pounds for the experience. How awful.
Objection.
What the f... The instantaneous kinesis did occur, but after the explosion on the stage. The point of materialization shifted to a location occupied by a balloon, causing the balloon to explode. Yes, eminently possible.
Mm-hmm.
An unfortunate traffic accident, as it were. It changes nothing about the pertinent facts.
What do you... Oh my god, I hate him. It changes nothing. I think that changes a lot.
This I cannot accept.
Oh, his balloon is going crazy. Someone stop him before he explodes. Before he just flies away like a helicopter. Whoosh! Why not, Mr. Luna? 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 I don't even know.
You are suggesting that I am a liar. That person died in a balloon incident. There's no need to get fired up, Mr. Luna.
Fired
The
up.
victim was the sole fatality that
Fired
day.
up. Fired up. Hee.
That's right, and I prove it. Balthazar Luna is not a liar. There was no such balloon in the sky. It's not possible.
You're saying it's impossible. Why?
This court has more important matters to discuss than the number of balloons that were operating that day.
No, this balloon is
Yes.
definitely important.
Aye.
Important balloon! But we can't ignore the fact that nobody appears to have known anything about this other balloon until now.
Lord,
My lord. My lord. My lord.
laddie,
Laddie. Dude. The defense calls for further testimony from Mr. Looney.
Looney,
Looney. Luna. All of
I
them.
concur. There is clearly more to the truth here than meets the eye. The imperative that we clear up the issue of this phantom balloon, I feel.
Because if that wasn't
Well,
this Luna, like if that was not this Luna guy's balloon, that means it's someone else who put a fucking green balloon there. Because otherwise, why would that fabric be there? Like, are you saying it was planted there? But why? Like,
Witness, you will give supplementary testimony about the balloons you were operating at the exhibition. Ah, grazie, my lord.
just like, yes, I will defend myself.
I'm a child. I'm rich.
He's very rich.
As I said, Balthazar Luna is no liar. Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. All three of my balloons were carrying passengers. If they fell to the ground in an explosione, what a catastrophe.
But you can't get away from the fact that a burned up bit of cloth was found at the scene, can you?
Wow.
The cop was at the yard, reckon it was probably some debris from the explosion on the stage.
This stupido ragazzo is mistaken. My balloons have the red and blue zigzag strips anyway.
Yeah, like his hat. Just like his hat.
So your assertion that the balloon this child saw was not one belonging to you.
Are you vibing, Argo?
Sì, exactamente. If we ever saw the balloon in the first place. I do not like the sound of it. It is very bad for business. I have a good mind to sue the land of Bohemia.
If you attack us, we will fight back. It will be war. All out war. 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 War.
Oh, war.
War. War.
War. We have our Schmetterlings.
Shut up. Can you not say that word?
Schmetterling.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. What happened to all-out war? Well, you have the scale, right? And at the bottom you have...
This was Blitzkrieg!
Vo. And then at the top,
Krieg!
you have balloon.
All out war!
Vo. Vo.
War coming.
Mr. Lune certainly doesn't appear to be lying.
Krieg!
But that doesn't change the fact that the testimony and evidence are contradictory here.
Contradictory! If the defense is unable to find fault with the witness's statement, the court must consider them the truth. Think long and hard on that, my learned friend.
The situation has clearly changed now. I have to get to the bottom of what happened here, no matter what it takes!
Oh, you want us, man?
No. Are you an ass man?
No, Odie was us, man.
I see.
No, I don't think you do.
I don't think
Counsel, you may now cross-examine the witnesses.
I don't think you do, my dude.
I beg your pardon?
My lad.
Laddie.
Laddie.
Laddle.
I see. Ladder.
Step ladder. Step laddie.
You couldn't just have forgotten one, maybe? Sure.
Signor. I might not notice why bringing 100 lentils and one was missing. But we're talking about 3 enormous balloons. Badonkadonks. Do you believe I could make a mistake about something so grand and expensive?
Badonkers. Babushkas. Anyway.
Babushkas?
It just felt right to say. With the
I
way
took the liberty of having Inspector Gregson send those badunkas. Check this gentleman's warehouse.
goes over to touch Red Six's jacket.
No.
You told me to check the Fadonkers.
No. The Bodoinkodoinks of Mr. Luna.
Oh. Then I don't wanna.
That's why it's called work, Gregson.
we are so dumb. Oh my god.
I have it report here. It looks like a dick butt, but I think it's a balloon. It clearly says I total have 3 balloons.
Next to a dick butt.
It appeared that dick butt was indeed a balloon. There's no mistake.
Surely Mr. Straw could have been sent for such a menial task. What? Me?
Mate?
I'll tell you what I told the boss. Eastern kid like me can only count up to 2.
How many were there? More than 2.
Obviously that ain't true, but the boss bought and said he'd have a go himself in that case. Can't believe you just lie. Can't believe you just lie like that. Imagine going to a police officer and lying.
I cannot count more than 2. I just stole you 5 pounds.
Yep. Yep. That's a joke. She was joking. And he took it seriously like a dumb. It would be quite a catastrophe if they were fell to the ground for any reason, I think.
Catastrophe. Esplosione. Macaroni.
On that note, Mr. Lune, tell me, what is it that keeps these balloons in the sky?
A sheer power of anger. Ale io un idiota. Comprende?
Sorry?
This is like asking why does a candle burn bright? It burns bright because it burns bright. And the balloon flies because it flies. What else?
What? That must be Italian for I don't know.
You stupid idiota. There are 2 types of flying balloons. The ones that fly and the ones that do not. Hot air balloons and gas balloons.
2 types of flying balloons, the ones that fly and the ones that don't.
Yes.
Perfect.
One are called flying balloons, the other badonkadonks.
Oh, can I see your badonkadonks?
No,
Oh,
they are too high for you.
oh. Cannot believe that I am exposed to such great injustice.
Injustice we trust, indeed.
Or do you?
Hot air balloons.
Sorry. Did you read
Work on the
that?
principle of...
Did you read that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
There's two types of flying balloons, Mina. The ones that fly and the one that does not. The one that flies work on the principle of hot air being less dense than cold air. Whereas badonkadonks derive their lift by using gas that is lighter than air. See, if my balloons are filled with the magic gas, I believe, so they are badonkadonks. Hydrogen, lighter than air, but highly explosive. Good lord! I do not permit smoking the cigarettes in any of my balloons. The magic gas do not like fire. Even a small spark of static electricity could cause an entire balloon to explode. What is the matter with you, senor? All that comes out of your mouth is esplosione, esplosione. I tell you, my balloons are perfectly safe. They have to be, or I cannot eat. That's a serious condition. One of my balloons exploded that day. I am completely sure. Sure. Sir, but if you still say that is what happened, you must show me the proof. Tell me.
Alright, so Mr. Luna had 3 balloons in the air that day. If none of them were damaged, then what was the one that exploded? I was surprised to find a piece of fabric still at the scene, actually. Didn't you search the area surrounding the stage for clues? Nah, I'm not into picking up stuff off the ground, me. Always works out way better. Diving into people's pockets instead. So much for the new career path. Mind you, the boss went on his hands and knees picking up all kinds of rubbish from the floor. Thing is, though, the cage went crashing into the crystal tower, didn't it? So that's why most of the investigating was going on. See, even so, I would have thought someone from Scotland Yard would have gathered it up as evidence. Oh, listen to you. I stumbled across a big old balloon and suddenly you're the best investigator in the world. Gee. Don't need to be that mean to me, wow.
Mini.
Pardon? Well, you ain't got a badge, have ya? Like this one. I could arrest you with this if I wanted to. No, you can't. That's not how that... Gina! I wouldn't put it past her. No, we would not put it past her. That is true. Come to think of it, I was talking some scorching on the ground at a meeting we had about the investigation. There was considerable damage to the stage and surrounding area, wasn't there? Yeah. Some of the crows while we're watching the experiment were caught in the blast and injured. Good job the old contraption didn't keel over, eh? I hadn't even considered that.
It seems there was a great panic after the incident occurred.
Gee.
Nevertheless, the police shouldn't have missed a torn piece of envelope from a balloon. Inspector Gregson can expect repercussions.
Shit. Salary cutting noises! Like me swiping all his fish and chips, eh? Immense soul pleasure. You're taking his life force away from him, Mina?
None of this matters. The scrap of balloon envelope means nothing. Niente.
You mean the color is wrong?
Si, signor. I do not have any green balloons in my warehouse.
And yet a piece of green cloth was found at the scene, and it's unmistakably from a balloon.
Well, I do not know how that could be. For the sake of argument, let's say that the green balloon did explode above the stage. Couldn't therefore conclude that it happened on the day in question.
Why not?
There have been recreational balloon flights over Hyde Park operating from before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded on some earlier date. Unfortunate, as I'm sure you'd agree.
Maybe.
You believe it might be from some earlier balloon accident that predates the exhibition? Si, exactamente. As the senior says, it's not from one of my balloons.
Yeah, in that case, it would either mean that it really did happen on some other day, but this stays attorney, so the other option is that someone was illegally flying a balloon in his territory, and he's not going to be happy about that.
Clearly, this little ragazzo from Bohemia is mistaken about what he saw.
Just like, I will not forgive you.
It means var.
Yeah, var. Well. Ah!
If you come to my warehouse, you will see my 3 bellissimi balloons are
Okay,
present
thank
correct.
God. He keeps being angry. Because I was trying to click on him, and for some reason it just progressed instead.
Master! Wilhelm! Gottreich! Sigismund! Ormstein!
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Something.
Yeah, something is very wrong. I know what I saw. There was a green balloon there. I swear it all over Bohemia.
You can speak as much as bad language as you like, but it changes nothing.
That's rich coming from you.
About Rich. You put the topic of Rich and this happens.
Yeah,
If you do not
I'm very
have
rich.
evidence, ragazzo, then I must tell you parents to punish you, eh?
Perhaps we'll let the judge decide when it comes to punishments.
Evidence.
Evidence? What is this evidence?
To give a simple example, young man. A photograph, for instance, some tangible proof of what you claim.
Well, why didn't you say so sooner? I have the photograph here.
Good gracious!
Jesus Christ, you had a picture this
That
whole
was
time?
example! That was example, man!
Well, I have it. What? That is a fair thing to say what to. I had not been up in a balloon for a little while, so I was very excited. Cool. I took lots and lots of photographs of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemian exhibit, of the streets of London, of the hot eel cellar, the balloon. And the instantaneous kinesis experiment? Did you take a picture of that? Yeah, one picture. Really? You did take one. But all I wanted was a ride in a balloon. I was not interested in boring experiments. Da-da-da!
I found the treasure.
Never mind that. Can you show us that photograph?
Every time I look, it makes me laugh.
Of course. And then you will see. You will see that I am not lying. That I really did see a geeking balloon. I mean, that's definitely a balloon. I don't know if it was green, but... Definitely a balloon. Well? I see you're all too shocked to speak.
Yes, I think shocked is indeed the word, young man.
Yeah, perhaps you cannot see that it was a green balloon from this photograph, but that is not my fault! That is the fault of the stupid person who made the camera! How am I supposed to pronounce that? It's like, way.
Accented
way. Yes, it's way, right? Way. No, if that's it's a umlaut, that would be a. So it'd be way.
No, it's just like, you put, so the umlauts work in a way that you put your mouth like you're doing an E, like you're doing A, but you say E.
Yeah, that's A. I know, but trust me, I know, we have the same in Danish. It's A. A.
What do you mean same in Danish?
Well, we have the three last letters of our alphabet. It's the same as the umlaut.
Not really.
Yes, O umlaut is the same as Danish Ø.
Not exactly.
Almost exactly.
Yeah, but
like
not
it's
exactly.
good enough to basically be the same. Like in form of like practical use, it's the same.
It's the closest thing you could say, yeah, but it's not the same.
That is one very bohemian sounding cry. Where? I can't do it.
Very well, the court will accept this photograph as evidence.
It's just so funny. It's like, where? Where? It's not my fault. It's the fault of the person who made the camera. Well, never mind. I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful sepia memories to take home with you. Also, the fuck is that homing missile? What the fuck? A lot is going on here! Okay, there he is. There he is. There's Date Man.
Oh, there's her brain.
Here.
Eh.
That is the best picture ever. That's like the critical moment. He's a very good photographer, that's for sure. In any case, when exactly did you take that photograph? Well, it was on the day of the big explosion. You don't say. When I pressed the shutter release, there was this very loud bang. And a hot wind rushed over my face. Why are you laughing? I'm trying my best here. I swear to God. Why are you so rude?
That's the bad part, when you don't recognize crying from laughing.
Why are you crying?
Now I'm crying, huh? Because Bohemian Boy was crying.
I see. So it's like me and my relationship to my favorite characters. When they cry, I cry. That means
Everything.
this photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred.
Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. I could not give the flying fig.
Interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry, the flying fuck.
Ah, you cannot say that. This is a Christian Discord server.
Oh,
Please get
a
out.
flying fig.
Good. Lovely language you've picked up. Mr. Lunar's testimony just doesn't quite add up. A young bohemian boy claims to have seen another fourth balloon. But Mr. Luna vehemently denies the possibility, and it's hard to imagine the man in charge could be mistaken about the number that were in the air. That's true. Still, this inconsistency must tell us something, I'm sure. I mean, isn't it obvious? Like, am I just going crazy?
Are you?
Like, isn't it just that this was not his balloon?
What?
Okay. Okay, so maybe this one? In the picture?
Yeah.
Because the picture doesn't show any passengers.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a contradiction then? So this is...
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Unfortunately, the photograph Master Guts took can't tell us the color of the balloon. But it can tell us something else. Something crucially important.
What?
I love how you do that every time you do it. It's so much fun. You have the perfect cadence, like, what? I love it. It's just that the pictured balloon wasn't carrying any passengers.
Oh my goodness! You're right!
Yes, it's almost like I fucking looked at the
Maybe,
picture.
but maybe it had tiny people, Mr. Naruhodo.
Maybe it was an invisible man, I suppose.
But surely all the balloons would have been carrying passengers. There would be no sense in otherwise. See, they are for pleasure, for seeing the view. My balloons only fly with passengers.
This means that this is not your balloon. Which tells us that the pictured balloon isn't one of them. So when the incident occurred that day, there was a fourth balloon in the skies above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon.
Sus.
Sus. The sussy-wussy green balloon, see?
I know nothing. Niente. I can only tell you one thing. If this balloon was not carrying passengers, then it was not one of mine. Oh, the balloon is popping. Yeah. There are illegal tradesmen everywhere you care to look. Clearly, one such entrepreneur decided to capitalize on the opportunity presented by the Great Exhibition and managed to operate balloon flights on Mr. Lune Patch without him realizing. See, the competizione trying to steal my profits. I did not notice because the experimento that went wrong on the stage.
But if that's the case, then that still makes no sense. It's like...
No, the case is about murder, but we're talking about balloons now.
Yeah, that first. But like, like what I'm saying here is that it makes no sense for him to be like, oh, like, you know, like, someone was trying to steal my money. But it's like, why were there no passengers in that thing then? Like, it was clearly there for another reason. Don't know what, but... some shit, you know. This fourth balloon exploded at the very same moment Mr. Esmond was beamed from the stage below. Right. So then scraps fell to the ground after and left in scorch marks. I didn't come from the stage at all. Just bits of the balloon raining down. Why, because no one was in it. I didn't get no attention. A mysterious fourth balloon carrying no passengers, silently floating over the experimentation state. I said that correctly.
This photograph shows us nothing more, and yes, you did say it correctly, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thank you. I knew you'd have my back.
A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some rogue trader. Clearly it has nothing to do with the case.
That sounds very sus, but okay.
Nah, it's relevant, does elude me, I must say. This court has seen sufficient evidence and heard ample testimony already. The prosecution calls for this trial to be concluded. You know what's funny?
Yes.
Like the part when you get to summation examination, in this case.
Hmm?
We didn't get summation examination yet even.
Oh yeah. We're gonna do it now? Probably not.
No.
Wait. It almost sounds like they reused the remixed version of the typewriter for the like it sounds almost the same. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Really? Have you really got the truth? Have you got to the truth yet? No, I can't let this opportunity slip away. The jurors' minds are made up and not in our favor. What else can this photograph tell us? Is there nothing more you can learn? What
There's
about the
nothing
whole? Oh my god, there's a whole.
There's nothing else, Mina.
Fuck you.
What do you see there?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wait, please don't give your
Ladies.
decisions yet. The photograph from Master Guts. Me will be hiding in one more vital clue.
What's that?
A vital clue?
Close your mouth, juror number 3. We will pass the point of mere possibilities. It's time for definitives now, so tell the court. What exactly does the alleged clue in this photograph through?
Oh dear. Gen 6 doesn't have eyes, he like critical.
The brown color. No, the brown color.
Shut up. We can reasonably assume that the pictured balloon was destroyed in the searing heat of the explosion. Yeah, that's right, yeah! It was not my fault.
Evidently. Because the birdcage from the kinesis machine materialized in the sky where it had been flying. And the balloon being filled with flammable hydrogen instantly and explosively ignited.
No, that's not what happened.
What?
What? You what me?
It would appear that this photograph requires closer examination.
Indeed.
Counsel for the defense, you will highlight the location of this alleged clue in the photograph for the court.
These people are so blind in this game! Of course, my lord. If you look closely, it's plain enough to see. And what's shown is linked to
plain to
another piece of
see.
evidence we have. In a way, that leads to an unbelievable conclusion. The clue that heavily suggests the real reason the balloon exploded is... Wait. Yeah! I'm a genius. No, I know the law. The timing of this photograph can only be described as miraculous.
Ace Attorney, miraculous.
Ace Attorney. If you look, you'll notice there's a bright white line that appears to point directly at the balloon.
Most likely a ray of light caught incidentally on the film.
No, 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 no.
I'm afraid I can see nothing of the sort.
Okay, you're blind. Oh, you have glasses, my friend. If you look with a magnifying glass, my lord, it becomes clear what the nature of the bright line really is.
Goodness, what is that? It's people! Undeniably some flash of light, yes. Indubitably.
Indubitably. Oh, golly. Do you think it might be lightning? Coming from the ground?
But it couldn't have been a finer day.
I believe we are looking at fire.
A ball of fire heading straight for the balloon. Like an arrow. Bam bam! It's a gun. Indeed, even to my aging eyes, it would appear to be flame of some sort.
Yep.
My word, are you suggesting this flame struck the hydrogen gas that filled the balloon?
Mm-hmm. That is exactly what I'm suggesting.
That's absurd. The balloon would have been 60 feet above the ground at the time. No flame could possibly have reached such height.
Oh. Don't worry. Actually, it's my opinion that a particular piece of evidence found at the scene reveals how that is exactly what happened. I cannot speak today.
What evidence?
Man, do you really need some glasses, my dude?
What? If such evidence exists, Council, then for goodness sake, present it, man!
Sure.
Which evidence explains this mysterious streak of flame that appeared to be headed directly for the balloon? Wow.
Bogan. This was found hidden at the foot in a small ornamental tree. Of a small ornamental tree near the scene. Goddamn, I cannot words.
The what?
Words.
Good lord, is that a crossbow? No, it's a bow gun.
It's a bowgun. I'm gonna call it a bowgun, I don't care. That's like just better. An arrow dipped in oil and set alight could have been shot from this weapon. Sending a flaming arrow straight into the hydrogen-filled balloon.
Do you mean straight? Are you suggesting that crossbow was used to deliberately? Laddie.
It's okay, none of us can read, it's fine. That's the nature of the stream.
Indubitably.
Blimey! You're right! A streak of light in the funnel looks just like an arrow, and done it!
The disposition of the balloon, it was...
Very likely the result of a flaming arrow from this crossbow igniting the hydrogen gas in it. That means that someone shot the thing down, which is...
Order! Order! Council, this is extraordinary supposition.
If the aim was to cause the balloon to explode, the shooter could have used a gun, of course. However, there's an obvious reason why that would have been out of the question.
The noise of the discharge, of course.
That's right. By using a crossbow, the projectile could be fired at the balloon silently. Well, yeah! Someone has shot a gun off the exhibition ground. It would have caused a real panic.
But with the big explosion, there was a very big panic anyway, no?
I don't like this. I should be pleased to find a plausible and new explanation for all this, but something feels wrong.
understand the implication of what you're saying, my Nipponiese friend.
If a flaming arrow did indeed hit the balloon, then obviously it would have exploded. And if the birdcage appeared from the cloud of smoke that ensued... Oh god. That means the whole experiment was a fail. What? Wait a minute! What are you really saying here? I don't get it. What, was the birdcage beamed up into the sky after all? Or what?
My goodness me!
Now I understand. That's what the sinking feeling is about. I think there's a good chance that the birdcage was actually concealed inside the balloon all along.
What? Did I just hear that correctly, Council?
There's no going back now. The horse has bolted! Poor horse, what did you do to it? Gee, be nicer to your horses, man. Let's assume that, as I said, that the birdcage was hidden inside the green balloon from the start. On stage, when the experiment was started, the birdcage and the instantaneous kinesis machine disappeared in a cloud of smoke. At that moment, the flaming arrow was fired from the ground, causing the green balloon to explode and drawing the attention of the spectators to the sky above their heads. From amid the smoke, the hidden birdcage then appeared, to fall down and crash into the crystal tower. I think you'll all agree it's entirely plausible that what I've just described is the real truth behind the miraculous experiment carried out that day.
This is good grief! This is ludicrous. What you describe is no science experiment. It's child's play. Contemptible display of stage magic.
Both Mrs. Sholmes and Iris said that the experiment was a scientific impossibility. In which case, this is the only way to explain what happened that day.
And in any case, the victim's body was found inside the bridge in the crystal tower. If the instantaneous kinesis didn't take place, how do you explain that?
If I may put in a word, as a man of magic myself, such apparent discrepancies can easily be explained by some simple deception. Juror number 3. All that would be needed is a doppelganger. Someone who looked very similar to the victim, Mr. Assman. And having this other man appear on a stage in front of the show. A body double! Yes, of course. So in fact, Mr. Assman must have been inside the birdcage that was concealed inside the balloon right from the start.
That balloon would have been filled with hydrogen. Anything hidden inside it would have been scattered to the 4 winds when it exploded. No one would ever have embarked on such risky venture. Not necessarily, the explosive force of the balloon gas would very much depend on the mixture ratio.
Juror number 4, Jesus, they're all coming out to support me.
Flying balloons are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but a mixture of the other gases such as helium as well.
Interesting.
Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture ratio, the explosive force can be altered. The mixture ratio? Obviously, the victim's body would have suffered some burns that would be unavoidable. But not to such extent as to render this obscene charlotte impossible.
Dang. So everything that happened can be explained, logically and scientifically. The explosion that engulfed the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear that instantaneous kinesis had occurred.
Well, goodness me.
And if we accept this is what happened, it means that the victim, Mr. Asmund, was never present on the public or experimentation stage to begin with.
Nah.
In short, he couldn't have been killed by the defendant, who was on stage in full view the entire time. Dun, 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 dun. We are defendant. We be defendant. This will be very hard for the prosecution to counter. Lord Vinces can't credibly maintain that Professor Hairbrain is the suspect now. Oh, great. I know who this is. It's the man himself. It really do be him.
Mr. Naruhodo, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Professor?
But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please.
Sorry?
What is all about, Mr. Hairbrain? I, Albert Hairbrain, hereby confess. That was me who stopped Mr. Ode Asman.
Here we go.
Yes, it was me, with my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the Screwdriver. Actually, Andrew was the mastermind.
Oh really, you gotta bring Andrew into this? Disgusting. What are you doing? That's my question, Jesus.
Order, order, order! Defendant, explain this sudden confession.
Professor Hairbrain, what are you talking about?
It's what I've said all along. I must protect my hypothesis and my precious machine.
Oh my god. My god!
Just stand there and claim it was all a trick. It's an all-about prank. But where's your proof? No, you had to examine the machine if you wanted to prove it. But then it would be all over. My beautiful hypothesis would be laid bare. I mean, the indignity of it.
It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build it. It's quite conceivable that you were duped, Professor. If you'll just let me, I can prove.
Barack? Yes, dear.
I'm just letting that slide, that's good.
I'll cooperate. I do whatever you say. I swear it. Good. So please. Ensure that the special dispensation for scientific equipment act is adhered and protected my creation.
The silence.
This is awkward. Let's pour some wine. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hollow chalice at this critical juncture.
Why does he ask for forgiveness if he just keeps doing it? All right, don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness. Whatever.
My learned friend needs to learn that it's easier to to ask for forgiveness than for permission. He's to my learned Nipponese friend.
What?
And his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense position in the light of accused confession.
Ah,
Do you intend to formally assert that experiment was nothing more than a conjured germ trick? Because at the moment you do, the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will demand a rigorous examination of the machinery involved in order to establish the truth.
yes, I do assert that.
However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder,
That's
I will
free.
find you. Any chance of investigating will be crushed and the confidentiality of the professor hypothesis preserved.
I think he's full of shit. I'm sorry. I love you, Albert, but
Well, counsel, what is the defense official position on this matter?
it's a sham. I'm a sham.
Sham spear.
Oh god, no. He's. It's fine. He's out.
Get
What
tea to
Professor
the
Hairbrain,
nunnery.
my client, actually asked of me was to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident and protect the secrecy of his hypothesis. But there's no way to do that without implying the professor's guilt. Do I protect my client's life by asserting his innocence, or do I uphold my client's request but see him condemned? Either way, I can't avoid betraying his trust.
You've been silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend? Or has all knowledge of English escaped your confused Nipponese mind? Mr. Naruhara!
There's no escape here. I have to make a choice,
Mr. Naruhara.
but it's an impossible one. I have to give up on something, but what? The defense asserts that the defendant's instantaneous kinesis machine was in fact a sham!
Proper scientific invention. What?
It was a sham! Ugh! No, I can't say it! My client placed his faith in me. I can't just let him down. Is this...
Yes,
Who is this?
you know who.
Susie? Or Asogi?
It's not Asogi.
Sherlock?
No,
Is it Susato then?
maybe.
I think it's Susato. What must I give up on? It's not the question you have to ask yourself here. It's, what can I protect? Yeah! Hello again, Mr. Naruto. It's been far too long. She just like walked in.
Naruto.
She just like
Who?
burst
Who
out.
put- Bailiff, why did you bring her in?
Sato-san! But what are you...
The door's supposed to be closed. Good. Do that, yes.
My first Sato takedown in 6 months! I missed this feeling! There'll be time to talk later,
Ding.
Mr. Naruto. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand. Which is working out not what I have to give up on, but what I can protect. Professor Hairbrain,
Ah, yes.
yesterday you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth too.
Yes, of course.
And personally, I believe that you didn't stab Mr. Asman. I think you've come to realize something yourself too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we must both pursue now.
Ah! I have a breakdown.
I love his dainty hand when he does that. He's like,
So, you finally opened your eyes.
what?
And as for you,
Albert.
Albert, can't ignore this any longer.
He sounds like a mom. He's like, Albert? Admit that you were wrong.
You see? You are a
Go-
donkey donk.
Go in the...
So now admit you were wrong.
Now you need to go in the dunce corner. The dope corner. Dumb.
Ah. Having heard my learned friend's assertion, don't you have something to say? Arak?
Oh. Love and Six.
No.
Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before. He sounds like a mom.
Who put you in there? David? Your salary is cut. In truth, there is one thing, something I remember that's of relevance.
What? What is that? What is it?
On the day it happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man in the stage. A man holding that crossbow. I beg your pardon?
Ooh. Whomst be dad? Professor. Did the man have any distinguishing features? What did he look like?
Had a dark hair, a dark uniform, and an armband. Taller than me, and thinner than me, with straight hair, straighter and whiter than mine.
Okay, so a tall, thin man with straight white hair. Is that right? trying to decipher.
Let me see. One less lens than me too. A monocle. A rather stylish black monocle.
Man, he should become an artist. He remembers shit very well. He has a good mind's eye, that's for sure.
It's one thing in particular will help to positively identify the man you see. I know him very well.
Oh!
After all, he's the engineer who built my invention.
Ah, so that's why it's downing on him.
What?
He built the machine?
That's right. Mr. Asman introduced him to me a year ago. He's a man by the name of ENVtuber.
Enoch?
ENVtuber?
The fuck?
This name means something? Am I out of the loop? What the hell is going on? Members of the jury seem flustered. Not to name any scientist wishes to hear. The man's abomination.
Gee. It's kind of mean. Not a name any conjurer wishes to hear either.
Wow.
Wow. He's hated by all.
When you learn a lot of stuff about your ex.
True. What on earth is he?
I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard in scientific circles in connection with that name. The stock of other flamboyant experiments that turn out to be nothing but a stage trickery at the end. Obviously, the rascal is after government's research to grant money.
When magicians are in need of money, I have heard of them resorting to underhanded tactics. Some acquaintances of mine with experience with such things have mentioned ENVtuber's name before.
The man is both an engineer and a magician. Yes, we're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trickster here. That's ENVtuber for you.
Well shit, guess we better go find him!
No.
Yes, we will!
No.
Look, he keeps going with the cards. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I love when their animations continue, but like nothing else in the room is moving.
So it's true then. My invention, my great machine. It was just a grand illusion.
Considering what we just heard about Mr. Trevor's character, I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely.
Even though no one else believed it, I wanted to.
Oh.
I wanted to believe that machine would function exactly as my hypothesis predicted. Which is why you were so opposed to it being investigated, I presume. I knew that if I had the machine was examined in detail, its construction would give me away my hypothesis. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen, but at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick, than a work of deception. There was no closing arguments, summation examination.
Yep.
And everything I was towards, all my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over. I was terrified at the prospect.
So you really had no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built? And the true nature of Mr. Trevor?
I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it.
It's entirely possible that Mr. Esmond and Mr. Trevor were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money.
And I announced my invention to the crowds that day. It was the finest moment of my career. I pulled all the levers and turned all the dials into exactly the way my Trevor had described. And the smoke suddenly started billowing out. I panicked. I didn't know what was happening. But I really didn't know the whole illusion was made to work. I didn't know anything anymore. Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor.
Dick butt.
Do you recognize this dick butt I have on my scroll? You now consent to prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. Why do you always say the full name of it?
Yeah, because... Duh.
Yes, please go ahead. I'm very sorry.
It's okay, you're a good boy. Deep down. Ah, Susato-san! Her ghost disappeared and then came back.
It would appear that we shall have to suspend proceeding for the remainder of the day now. Who is this lady near you, Mr. Lord Van Zix? What? The court has newly been made aware of another party whose invention involved in this matter is critical. I don't care. Gather information about the man. If possible, I should like him served with a subpoena.
No.
Whatever. Now, counsel for the defense.
Yes, my lord.
I forgot what I wanted to say. When we are convinced, I shall be looking for one thing and one thing alone from you. Evidence. I don't know of what, but evidence. That the defendant is innocent of the crime for what he presently stands accused.
I understand.
Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning. I go. Skedaddle.
Skedaddle! Leave my courtroom! Yeet!
Sure.
Huh. Let's see this. Let's see this. Openly, defendants in T-chamber.
Look at this sass, Professor. Mr. Naruhara.
Yes?
I'm so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did it ever come to this? I'm so sorry.
Did you really have no idea, Professor? About what Mr. Trevor was really up to, I mean? About what he was really constructing?
Naturally. That machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis. All my hopes and dreams. And I have complete faith in it.
Alright, in that case, I won't say any more. Now, sadly the murder accusation against you still stands. So we must do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow.
Resumes.
I did that twice.
Well, thank you for doing so much for me.
Of course, you're a good bean. Sato-san! She's back. I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, Miss Naruhodo.
Who are you?
Late?
You're a ghost.
And you received my postcard. I wanted to let you know when I'd arrive. Postcard? What postcard?
I hid it from you, Bruno. So it would be a surprise.
Wow.
Oh, god damn it.
Well, did it work?
I was surprised,
It was
alright?
terrible.
Especially when she threw me to the ground. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it sort of slipped out. I see. Maybe we could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in future, please?
Sissy's train was late into London Victoria this morning, you see. Why, we made the coachman really whip the horses hard so she didn't miss the whole trial.
I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself. Well, I'm glad you didn't.
Oh,
Having you at my side in court gives me the strength I need to win, so I'm delighted to see you back in London. Great! That was smooth. 100 points for that one.
oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naruto. I'm delighted to be here.
I hope I can continue to be of service to you. Of course. So, what's brought you back? Did Professor Mikotoba not protest?
Let's save all that conversation for when we're back at home, shall we? You know, I made one of my most special blunts ever for this special occasion.
Oh, Iris, how wonderful. I can't wait. Aww. The family is back together. Sato-san was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time, but despite my elation, our tale was about to take yet another extraordinary turn. Oh wow, who would have thunk it? In an Ace Attorney game? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It would be Yes!
Yes.
So good timing! Oh my god.
Is it?
Yeah! Woo! That's the perfect timing. I love it. Okay. So that was that for this week. Yeah, damn. What a nice place to end everything, huh? That's some good stuff. Yeah, so with that being said, we are going to just keep playing this and Lost Judgment next week. I am not sure when we will finish this game, actually. Like, hopefully soon? Who knows? I'm gonna have to take another
We will
weekend
not-
off soon.
Yeah, we won't finish this case next week for sure.
Yeah, well, we will. No, it's a beefy case. And
It's like 2 weeks, 2 weeks more of that.
yeah. So but next week we'll do some more Lost Judgment, some more of this, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I will really hope to see you guys there, for sure. So, teehee. And of course, remember to check my Twitter later for a little quinky-dink, a little announcement. Hehe. Alright, we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye! Oyasumi na!
Yes, Mina.